On this episode of Watch, Review, Repeat, it's our very first installment in a new series that we're calling Brews, News, and Previews. We're talking about some of the biggest headlines like the potential sale of Warner Brothers Discovery and a ton of trailers, including Volume 3 of Star Wars Visions, Chloe Zhao's next film Hamnet, Netflix's Stranger Things 5, and much, much more. The November 2025 edition of Brews, News, and Previews starts now. Welcome to Watch, Review, Repeat. This is the podcast where two best friends discuss the latest in film and television and then do it all over again the following episode. My name is Colton Brown. Joining me, hanging out with me, it's Mr. Andrew Meadows.
We're just two dudes hanging out.
Just two dudes. I've got a brew. I don't know if you've got a brew. I don't know
Two
if you've
dudes
got wine.
and some brews. No wine tonight.
Two brews.
Two dudes.
Two brews. All right, let's kick it old school. What are we drinking today? What are we drinking?
Tonight I am enjoying a Le Fin du Monde.
Little
I
Canadian
can't pronounce
beer
the name
action.
of the brewery, but I know it's Canadian.
I don't know if I can either. Actually, I'm you know what? We'll just Le Fin du Monde. That tells you.
That's enough.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. I'm drinking OEC Brewing Oktoberfest. I know it's a little past October and Oktoberfest, but it was in the fridge, and you know, I gotta get through them. I switched over to pumpkin beers and stuff too. Maybe I'll have a pumpkin beer.
Oh
later.
wow!
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll
see.
follow up on tap. I have Iron Maiden's Brew Dog.
Oh, that sounds intense.
It's a cold India IPA. Hellcat. That's what it's called, I guess.
Nice.
Maybe Brewdog is the brewery, and then Hellcat is the name of the thing. But it's cool because it's got some Iron Maiden inspired artwork.
Oh, I see. It's literally Iron Maiden. I see. Very cool. Very nice. Well, you have to let me know how it is. Our listeners might be wondering, what the hell are these guys doing? Are they just shooting the shit? And the answer is, you're goddamn right we are. That's what we're here to do. Episode 303. We haven't come up with a creative title for what this style of episode will be, but this is in effect this is definitely the first time that we're doing an episode like this as we've switched to our new format. You know, we rolled out Alien Earth, we rolled out Tron Ares, as kind of the standalone episodes where we scrapped headlines and trailers and have really just decided let's make shorter, tighter episodes focused on the thing that we're, ready to talk about. But then there are weeks like this one where for whatever reason, maybe it's nothing has come out. Maybe it's we didn't have a chance to see what has come out. It's a good time to fill the void with kind of a catch-all episode of sorts where we're going to, try to do our best to catch up on some of the bigger headlines that we haven't had a chance to talk about some of the bigger trailers that we haven't had a chance to talk about, and then we'll talk about the things that, we've been sticking in our back pocket, the last couple of times that we've recorded in terms of like what we've really, really totally been up to. We've been trying to do smaller, more contained versions of the catching up section on our regular episodes, just so that we're not completely doing everything on these type of episodes, but yeah, this will be a little bit more exhaustive than what we do, and the name of the game is just have fun, and we'll talk about a few things. I will try to keep us on a relatively
out of
tight
the
ship,
weeds, right?
So that we're not here on 3 to 4 hours just because we can, and we almost certainly could do that. But we'll try to keep it relatively rapid fire, but at the same time, there's a lot to cover on this episode, and people will certainly understand by the time they're done listening to it, or if they make it halfway through and bail, hey, no shame. But yeah, the goal is just to use weeks like this, probably roughly once a month, if it works out that way, to just, not to put too much pressure on ourselves. We don't have to do a lot of prep time. We don't have to make a theater trip. We don't need to watch 8 hours of a TV show. It's just, hey, watch a few trailers, spend a half hour maybe, which is a lot of trailers to be fair, but spend a half hour night of prepping and come on, hang out, shoot the shit, talk about some beers, talk about some movies, some TV shows, whatever else has been going on, and then that's kind that's kind of the name of the game. Like I said, that's kind of what we're going to be doing on these episodes. We just, again, haven't figured out what we're calling them. Hopefully we'll have figured it out by the time you're listening to this episode. Theoretically, you'll see it in the title. But I don't think we've really quite cracked what the catchy thing is going to be. It may not be catchy at all. It may be quite basic. It may just be, two dudes, whatever the thing you said,
Brews and news.
We tinkered with that, so we'll talk about that. I did think of
one. There was
okay, like workshop it live.
Watch, review, repeat is obviously inspired by Live, Die, Repeat,
right?
And I thought about the monthly report, almost like Minority Report.
Oh, like a Tom Cruise inspiration.
Yeah, little bit of a stretch,
not bad.
But
it's not bad though. I'll think about that. I'm not inherently opposed. I'll put it that way.
All
right. Well, we'll workshop it more off air so that we can use this space to talk about the many things that we have to talk about. We do have a lot to work through in terms of, people that died because we haven't had an in memoriam section in a good while, and that's how it goes. Lots of headlines, lots of trailers, and then whatever else we've been up to. But it should be fun. It should not feel like work. It shouldn't feel like, I think what we talked about and why we've switched the formats. I think we've had good success with the 2 episodes that we've recorded where it's just been dialed into the project. I think this, alleviates some of the pressure to, I don't know, fly through the news, like at which point it's like, well, is it worth talking about? So, I mean, this is a curated selection of headlines and trailers, and to the best of my ability to be like, I think this might be interesting. This may be worth talking about. It's not an exhaustive selection because then we would be here for a long, long time. And, we would be saying things where it's like, okay, great. We'll see what happens, and we'll probably say some version of that for some of these things anyway. But, the idea being that, hey, these are here maybe because they're relevant to our interests, or because it hasn't been on our radar. We haven't had a chance to talk about it. Like a lot of these trailers, I think particularly are like stuff that, like I hadn't watched the trailers. I'd seen that the trailers had come out, but I hadn't watched them prior to tonight. So
yeah, that's the same with a lot of these. So
it'll be interesting to kind of, touch base on some of these things. But yeah, I think because we can keep the fun facts, in our kind of other style of episode, because we can keep them relevant to the project we're covering. I think what we talked about, and I think it's only appropriate to do, is to keep the dad jokes as part of these episodes, the part of this style of episodes.
And I came prepared.
So
I've got a little dad joke in the arsenal here.
All right, let's see if I can, I only have a chance at it like once a month roughly, so let's see if I really fuck it. It's going to weigh heavily on me if I...
Yeah, you got to think about it all month.
Don't get it right, but I'm going to give it my best. We'll see what happens. I'm ready.
So, why are dogs like phones?
Why are dogs like phones? It's an interesting question for sure. They bark, something about barking. Why are they like phones? They ring? No. Well, they woof, woof. They use woof-fi. Yeah, I think I might be striking out on this one. I think that's where we're at.
It's because they have caller IDs.
Okay. See, and that's the fun part of that is, I guess we sort of have caller IDs on modern cell phones, but I feel like we don't really think about it as like a caller ID. And like the traditional, like when I think of caller ID, it's like, oh wow, that's like sophisticated technology that shows the name. Like how do they know? How could they know? Whereas obviously with our cell phones, it's kind of you program it yourself. So if if I put you in as Dipshitimus Maximus, then it would just caller ID would say Dipshitimus Maximus. For the record, you are not in my phone as that.
That'd be pretty. I would take it, Dipshitimus Maximus. I'd like to hear. You could have like the old person thing where it announces the name. Mm-hmm. Dipshitimus Maximus is calling.
Yeah,
of course, it probably doesn't say it as good, but
no, but it might add to the charm that it's kind of janky and fucked up. Like this isn't a real word. What are you doing here? All right. Well, I did not get it. I am going to have to beat myself up for the next month or so, but I hope that I can make it through and redeem myself the next time we reconvene for an episode like this. But we're gonna do some fun. Actually, no, I was gonna say it's gonna be a little whiplashy. I take it back. We're already on a down note. I didn't get it right, so I think it only makes sense to just continue with the down notes and launch into our in memoriam section, because the last time we recorded any sort of news was our K-pop Demon Hunters episode 299, which we would have recorded, I would guess, probably month and a half-ish ago, maybe even longer potentially. So things have happened. Things that we could have brought up, obviously, on other episodes, but trying to keep things, in line with our vision, our new vision for the podcast, and keeping things focused and tighter than they have ever been. So, except for episodes like this, where who cares? I mean, at a certain point we'll care, and we'll wrap it up. Don't worry. But yeah, so I'm gonna have three names I wanna tell you a little bit about, and see what your familiarity is with them, because they're unfortunately no longer with us. So I think a big name at the top, Robert Redford passed away back in September. So now we're going back a good ways for when this happened. He was 89 years old. And I think I almost brought him up on our episode 300, the 5 favorite directors. I didn't bring him up as one of my favorite directors, but I thought about bringing up in the context of, well, he's a big, well-known director. And obviously, I think before he got into directing was a big actor, continued to act, through his later years as well. So Robert Redford's a big name. He's been in a lot, done a lot. 3 Days of the Condor, All the President's Men. I think more recently, something like All Is Lost, where he was Lost at Sea. He, of course, was in some Marvel movies.
One of your favorites.
Secretary Alexander Pierce and Captain America the Winter Soldier, and that's a role that he actually reprised in Avengers Endgame. And I don't know. I mean, it's a good movie, but Avengers Endgame was his final on-screen role, which is kind of crazy to think about. For as much as what he did in terms of directing, he made Ordinary People in 1980 that won 4 Academy Awards. Also directed River Runs Through It, Quiz Show, The Legend of Bagger Vance. And he was also a major advocate for independent cinema, co-founding the Sundance Institute and the Sundance Film Festival, which I imagine
I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome.
And all around seemed to have been a really, really great guy. I mean, very prolific, in terms of his acting and directing career, but just generally speaking, did not seem to be a weird Hollywood guy. Like, seemed to be a legitimately very, very nice and well-respected person in the industry. So, and an incredible resume, incredible all around, and like I said, contributions beyond just acting and directing as well. So 89 years old, unfortunately. Robert Redford is no longer with us. Died in his sleep at his home, and appropriately enough, Sundance, Utah. So you have any Robert Redford roles or anything that stick out to you?
The Winter Soldier one is the one I think of the most, I think. But I did not know about Sundance. That's pretty awesome that he put that together.
Yeah, no, very cool. I think, what is it? I think Anna has wanted to get me to watch the Sting. We bought the 4K of it a little while back, and I feel like it was one of those things where it's like someone passes away and it's like, oh, I need to go catch up on the things that I missed, and then I still haven't actually watched the Sting, so it's on the list of things to watch.
That movie sounds familiar.
It was Paul Newman as well. So 1973 is when it came out. So a little before we entered the world ourselves, but
true.
Lots of good movies that exist that predate us, and from Anna's recommendation, that's one of them. So, all right, well, I guess we'll just say rest in peace to Robert Redford. And that will bring us to our next name. Drew Struzan was an artist, an American artist, illustrator, and cover designer. And what he did in terms of Hollywood was made some of the most iconic film posters of all time, including the likes of The Shawshank Redemption, Blade Runner, E.T., Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Harry Potter, Star Wars. You've seen this man's work. I know you have.
I think he's the portrait guy. Does all the portraits.
Yes, yeah. Portraits, a few floating heads and like, little pieces from the movies and stuff. So, I mean, some super iconic, I mean, really Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, and Star Wars, like any individual poster and those series is just like incredible work. Once dubbed the one-sheet wonder, apparently. Go-to artist for Spielberg, George Lucas, did The Goonies, The Thing. I mean, just tons and tons of work, incredible work. I mean, it's just a very sad loss. Passed away October 13th at age 78. He worked in comics and stuff as well. So, I mean, he did stuff outside of Hollywood, but he really was just a very incredible, talented artist. Had been battling Alzheimer's, which is awful. I guess if you think, well, I really think I haven't seen anything from him in a few years, that's why he lost the ability to paint and, sign things even, because of the way his injury or his illness had progressed rather. So,
it's a nasty one, dude. That's a rough one.
That's really brutal, and just it's just such a tough deal. But certainly at the same time, I mean, he was prolific for many years and brought us some incredible art, some incredible posters that are probably adorning some walls here and there. I don't know if I specifically have any of his work, but it would be worthy of going on the wall, I think, for sure. So
for sure, definitely, you could take any of them. I think they're all so good.
Yeah, absolutely. So rest in peace to Drew Struzan as well. And our third and final entry, they come in threes apparently. At least that's how it's said to work. Diane Keaton passed away at age 79. Was
it's a big name.
Yeah, big name. She was like Robert Redford and a lot. Very, very prolific from really the 70s on. Godfather, she was in all three of the Godfather movies. She collaborated with Woody Allen on a lot of his films. I think 70s and on as well. Bigger roles, kind of more in our memory, like Something's Gotta Give. She, Jack Nicholson, Manhattan Murder Mystery, a bunch. Finding Dory. She did a voice in Finding Dory, apparently.
Did she really?
She voiced Jenny, Dory's mother.
Okay.
Yeah. But that might be a movie you've watched relatively recently and heard
many times.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, she was very well known, did a lot of things. I think it was kind of like a fashion icon in some ways as well. Academy Award winner, Golden Globe Award winner for Annie Hall. Nominated for Red's, Marvin's Room, and Something's Gotta Give, one I mentioned already. So wrote some books as well, apparently. So yeah, I mean, just all up and down, just a ton of stuff. And unfortunately, just passed away at age 79 from I think pneumonia is what her family has said. Bacterial pneumonia.
Fucking pneumonia.
That sounds. I mean, there's no good way to die, of course, but there are ways to die that sound very, very unfun, shall we say?
It's like pneumonia seems like one of those things we should be able to fucking knock out. You know what I mean? And I guess maybe you can if you're not 79 years old. Maybe that definitely
right. I think that's the problem. Your immune system starts to lose its capabilities to function, the way that it maybe used to. So, yeah. I don't know if you have anything you want to add here, but all right. Well, then I'll say rest in peace to Diane Keaton as well, and we can close the book on the in memoriam section for this episode. Now we can
rest in peace. That's it. Put it to peace.
Pick the mood up. Yeah, we'll pick the mood up with some headlines. So this is more relevant, I guess, when we get to trailers. For the trailers, there's a lot of stuff that, I was probably a list of 25 trailers that I had on my running tab of here are trailers we haven't talked about. And obviously I wasn't going to put 25 trailers on this episode for everyone's sanity, I think, to be quite frank. So what I did with the trailers particularly is to try to, cull it down to things that maybe have either just come out and we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, or are very close to coming out in the next month and a half-ish, something like that. because with the trailers, I think that's an easier way to do it. Now with headlines, kind of on the other hand, this is kind of all over the place. I mean, most of the headlines are for stuff that's far enough out that we're not even talking, you know, we're so far away from trailer land that like maybe it's casting news, maybe it's this movie is getting made, period. You know what I mean? Or here's a release date, you know, stuff like that. So, or the big headline we'll get to close things out as a preview is, what if one of the biggest studios in Hollywood just said, fuck it, let's sell ourselves. So we'll get there, but we're going to start with...
Holy shit, I just saw that headline.
Well, they haven't sold themselves yet, but we'll talk about it. The first headline that we are going to talk about is the follow-up to the Social Network. You know, I would have talked about the Social Network on our episode 300 when I was talking about my number one favorite director, Mr. David Fincher, because he made that movie back in 2010. It was written by Aaron Sorkin, and Mr. Sorkin has taken the liberty of writing a script that is a continuation of the Social Network, and he is also going to be directing it as well. So he's going to be writing and directing a movie that is now titled The Social Reckoning, with a fall theatrical release date of October 9th of 2026. So we're looking at it, you know, roughly a year away. And we've gotten some big news in terms of casting, who's going to be in it. And interestingly enough, even though it is a sort of follow-up, Wikipedia describes it as a companion piece to The Social Network, it doesn't seem like any of the casting from that first movie is going to carry through. So Jesse Eisenberg is out. And Andrew Garfield is out. Justin Timberlake, as far as we know, still out. Although, you know, the tour was already ruined, so maybe he could afford a paycheck, you know, to come back for this. I don't know. We are going to be getting Jeremy Strong as the one, the only, the sometimes Benson Boone impersonator, Mark Zuckerberg. He tries to do the flips on the stage. He doesn't do it as well as Benson Boone does. We all know. We can see right through it. Lizard Man, Mark Zuckerberg will be
a little different. That's all.
He's touched. Yes. So Jeremy Strong will be taking over that role from Jesse Eisenberg. Joining him will be Jeremy Allen White, Mikey Madison, everyone's favorite comedian in Saudi Arabia, Bill Burr, Wunmi Masaku, Billy Magnuson, Betty Gilpin, and many more. So lots of names joining the cast. It is, going to be following, obviously, the developments in terms of Facebook, well past the founding of Facebook, you know, and then that movie kind of focused on the litigation where he screwed over Eduardo Saverin, who was like a co-creator, co-founder of Facebook. Apparently going to be focusing on a 2021 Facebook leak that happened. It seems to be roughly in the timeline of reality where this will take place. So what do you think? You think you're in for the social reckoning?
You know what? Yeah, I'm definitely here for it. I hope it really does a deep dive on all the terrible shit that social media is like fucking
right. Don't hold back, right? You know, yeah. like Sorkin is pretty good about not holding back. I think, you know, he's not afraid to.
He's tight. He delivers tight and
use his dialogue to you know, make a point. So I do think it's going to have to be pretty pointed and
I hope that's the angle of it. I mean, I don't know about the leak
critical,
or anything,
insightful.
But I hope it's how social media is tearing the fabric of society apart. You know.
Yeah.
At least that's how I feel about it. That's my humble opinion.
No, I don't disagree. I think Facebook's certainly at the forefront of that conversation. So, yeah, interesting title as well. Yeah, I think all around I'm intrigued. I mean, I'd probably be a little bit more interested if Fincher was back in some way. It sounds like he's not. I'm sure he's busy. You know, he's doing his Tarantino follow-up spinoff thing and probably other stuff too. But yeah, no, I am intrigued by all aspects of this. The follow-up, casting, the Sorkin's involvement all around. So, all right, well, October 9th, 2026, we will, The Social Reckoning will be in theaters. I don't know if we'll see it that day, but we'll be talking about it, you know, once it, once they get us a trailer. Production is underway now, so shooting started a couple weeks ago, in fact. So there you go. that's a headline for you. Our next headline is some information about one of the next Star Wars theatrical releases that we're going to be getting. It is not the next one. That would be The Mandalorian and Grogu, which, by the way, we did get a trailer for, but I'm putting it in the back pocket because it's a good ways away, that movie. So we'll have a chance to talk about that. I'm sure you've watched it without my prompting, but and I'm sure you have thoughts. We'll talk about it some other time. But what we're going to talk about now is Star Wars Starfighter. This is a post Rise of Skywalker, I think, in the timeline thing, starring Ryan Gosling, from director Shawn Levy, who most recently brought us Deadpool and Wolverine. And there's kind of this first look where we see Ryan Gosling with a little bit of a goofy haircut. He's with the kid. They're on some sort of thing in the water.
Waterworld looking.
A little Waterworld looking. But it's an entirely original story set in a period of time never before explored in Star Wars, according to the logline. And joining Mr. Gosling in the cast are Amy Adams, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, and some other folks as well. So May 28th of 2027. So we're getting Mando and Grogu next May, and then a year from that we'll be getting this movie Starfighter. What do you think? You excited for this? I know we've talked about it a little bit here and there, but we've got a little bit, we see this first look. It's obviously not a trailer or anything, but and some more casting news overall. So yeah, how are you? What's your temperature? What's the temperature on this for you right now?
Absolutely. Of all the things that you can release for a movie called Starfighter, this is what we get? I don't know. It doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
I think that's a valid response. I mean, one would think it's probably not indicative of, I imagine this will be a space-bound movie for good swaths of it. I would think. One would think. One would hope. But that's a valid take. I don't disagree.
I think Star Wars Starfighter sounds like it could be a cool thing. Yep. Ryan Gosling's cool. I like Ryan Gosling. I like Shawn Levy. So I should presumably like Star Wars Starfighter, but
yeah.
Going off this picture, I wouldn't even like it. Doesn't even look like. Yeah, I think the thing I'm most excited about though is a completely detached, like on its own Star Wars thing. I think that sounds very nice. Very excited about that.
Yeah, no, I concur with that. That could be. I mean, you don't have to tether it to everything else. Let a thing be its own thing. Obviously it's Star Wars. I would expect to see familiar settings and familiar types of ships and whatever. But give us something new, a little bit different from Star Wars. That's those are the best kinds of things from Star Wars. Is the things that are not just nostalgia reliant and stuff. So. All right. Well, Star Wars Starfighter, as I said, May 2027 for its theatrical debut. Moving on, Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're getting that next year, I think.
Okay.
July 31st of 2026. Shooting is underway, and we got a little bit of extra tidbit of casting, which is kind of the first, I guess the second time that we're getting a good sense of who some of the villains in this might be. We knew that John Bernthal's coming back as the Punisher. Certainly could be a villain of sorts. Mark Ruffalo is in as the Hulk. I guess could be a villain, although not traditionally one. We knew that Michael Mando was coming back as a Scorpion, which certainly qualifies as a villain. Your boy from Severance, Tramell Tillman, is in it as well. But we don't know what role he is. That's not even the news. I'm just throwing it out there because I feel like you should know that.
Who's he playing? You broke up a little bit.
We don't know who he's playing. We don't know? Okay. I think someone asked him recently, he's like, who said I'm playing a villain? So he might not be playing a villain. He could be.
He's cool,
we do know that Marvin Jones III, Crondon, is playing Tombstone, crime boss Tombstone.
Okay.
Albino crime boss, near indestructible skin, superhuman strength. He's been in, I think he was in maybe at least the first Spider-Man.
I think he was in the video game. Yeah. PlayStation game.
He was also in, I can't remember if you watched it, the Disney Plus, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man as well.
I didn't get very far in
still
that.
In high school one. Yeah, but he was in that. Lonnie Lincoln. So yeah, what do you think? Are you on board for some Tombstone action, for some Spider-Man Brand New Day action? How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel like that's I feel like that it looks like good casting.
you've got a pretty big albino black man. I feel like you kind of knocked it out of the park for Tombstone. Right. I mean, that's a very specific thing to cast, and you know, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. So
the casting seems like it's coming together really strong, though. It sounds like it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, no, all around, I'm really intrigued by it. You know, it's you know, post everyone forgets who Peter Parker is kind of thing. I don't know what's that going to look like. I don't know, but there's some intriguing, you know, MCU connections, ties. Punisher is so weird. Sadie Sink's in it too. We don't know who she's playing yet still. So yeah, still lots of mystery unknowns, in terms of what's going on with it. Lots of unknowns. We'll see how it all comes together. But yeah, July 31st of 2026, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it when we get a trailer. So that's what I've got for you right now.
Okay.
And now we're going to talk about a follow-up to a classic film, one of my favorite films as a child growing up, Spaceballs, which I still appreciate and adore. Just for the record, it wasn't just child me liked this. Spaceballs is like, to me, like a great classic spoof.
Been a long time since I've seen it.
Mel Brooks classic. And we are getting Spaceballs 2. It's official. They put out a cast photo, which is very funny because it's kind of reminiscent of the cast photo they put out once upon a time for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And so they're definitely leaning into, I think, the idea that, you know, the sequel era of Star Wars is maybe going to be some inspiration for Spaceballs 2. But Josh Gad, I think, is like the main actor that's going to be in it. I think he's been pretty heavily involved in bringing it to light. Mel Brooks is like fucking 90 years old, but he's back. I don't think he's directing, but he is going to be in it and producing as well. Keke Palmer is in it. Other newcomers include Lewis Pullman, which is a really interesting thing that I'll talk about in a second, and Anthony Carrigan, who was Metamorpho and Superman, and Noho Hank from Barry. So all around liking that cast, but some big fucking news is we're getting some OG Spaceballs people coming back. So George Weiner is coming back. He played Colonel Sanders. Pretty cool. Haven't seen him pretty much anything else. Daphne Zuniga is coming back. She played Princess Vespa. And Bill Pullman, not Paxton, R.I.P., is coming back as Lone Star, which is fun because, as I mentioned, Lewis Pullman is going to be in this movie too. So we're getting a father-son pairing there. And then the biggest of all fucking deals, I think, Rick motherfucking Moranis is coming back.
Rick Moranis.
And it's a big deal because you're probably thinking, well, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
He hasn't been anything forever.
This guy's he hasn't been in anything in like 30 years. And he retired from acting. He retired from acting like maybe in the late 90s, something like that. Like 1997. He basically retired from acting. It's actually a really sad story, and I'm saying it in a weird sort of flippant tone of voice. But
tell me what happened.
His wife passed away, and they had kids. So he basically was in a position where he became a single parent, and he just couldn't balance, you know, traveling and being on set for movies on top of trying to raise his kids. So he took a break, and then, as he said, that little bit of a break turned into a longer break, and then I found that I really didn't miss it. He did some sort of voice role in 2001. Wow. But I think in terms of like film stuff, I don't think he really came back for anything substantial. He's done some voice work here and there, direct-to-video stuff, but this will be like his first full-on, I'm back in a big film role. Spaceballs 2. You know, it's probably easier as kids are grown now. You know, they're probably not living at home and stuff or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean that's a really cool deal. So I gotta say I'm pretty on board for Spaceballs 2. I have a lot of reverence for the original, and it feels like, you know, I don't know, you know, like, do you need a Spaceballs 2? No, probably not. But I do think it's been long enough. First one came out in 1987. We've lost some, you know, John Candy, Joan Rivers. Like, we have some, you know, folks that aren't even able to be in this short of digital resurrection. Maybe they'll commentary, have some commentary on that since Star Wars has done that before. Hopefully not. I don't need it.
When's the last time we had a Mel Brooks?
Pumped,
I guess Mel Brooks did the history thing, right? And
he did another one of those like recently, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Anyways, I think
he's been working pretty much this whole time. That
old school Mel Brooks stuff is excellent, though. I like it a lot. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, he did History of the World Part 2, in 2023. It looks like. So yeah, I guess it was a TV show. So he's been working. He's been doing stuff. He's been keeping things going. Yeah. 99 years old. Holy shit.
Ah, dang, he is old.
All right, they better start filming stuff real soon, is what I'll say.
Man, incredible.
Right. Spaceballs 2, man. I'm very pumped. What do you think? You in?
Yeah, definitely. That's a funny one.
Planned theatrical release of 2027.
Okay.
Stay tuned for more Spaceballs 2 news. All right. Now, are you as excited for the upcoming The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event, as Variety is dubbing it? Are you excited for that? We're going to get a film for each Beatle, except for Pete Best. He can go fuck himself, apparently. It's not that important, I guess. What do you think? I think we've been incredulous at the idea of this cinematic universe. But are you feeling any better about it these days?
I'm not really. No.
Well, let me bounce a few things off you, see if you change your mind. We got some casting news.
Okay.
We knew who the Beatles were going to be, or who was going to be the Beatles rather. We had Harris Dickinson as Lennon, Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, and then Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr. Now we know who some of the important ladies and those Beatles' lives are going to be played by. So Saoirse Ronan has joined the cast along with Anna Sawai, Amy Lou Wood, and Mia McKenna Bruce. So I think probably the two more prominent names I would imagine for you are Saoirse Ronan and Anna Sawai. Anna Sawai being Mariko from Shogun reference. And then Amy Lou Wood was in Sex Education, and more recently was in that most recent season of The White Lotus, which I don't think you watched.
No, I never watched.
I think you're kind of on the outs of that. And Mia McKenna Bruce, I'm not really familiar with her, but I think she's in some British show that people seem to like. So what do you think? Has the needle been moved, or is it getting pushed in a direction, or is the height meter building? No,
okay. No, it's still fucking buried. Yeah.
What if you could watch all 4 movies in the theater? Like 12, 2:30, 5:15.
Jesus Christ. I can't think of anything. And I like the Beatles. Okay? I don't have anything against the Beatles.
Well, I mean, maybe you could watch a 3-hour documentary from Peter Jackson on Disney Plus. Would you do that?
To be honest with you,
would you be more
not.
apt to do that?
Oh, yeah, I'd probably be more apt to do it, but I probably wouldn't. I just
and you haven't, because it's been up there for many years, and you still haven't, right?
Okay. See, I mean, at least I'm consistent. Nothing. At least I'm consistent.
I've got a Beatles vinyl. I'm not.
I like the Beatles. I like the Beatles plenty. They're great. I just I don't buy into the annual fucking, like, I think most recently we have a Springsteen movie coming out. I don't buy into this annual biopic.
We are in a sort of, it's like every this time of year, October, November, it's some sort of biopic. We got Springsteen this year. What did we get last year? We got Bob Dylan last year.
Yep.
We got Queen
Rocket Man, Queen.
Rocket Man, Elton John. I feel like there's been some others, but it does really feel like clockwork every year. We got the Bob Marley one at some point. I think it was maybe last year.
Yep.
Or earlier this year, even potentially. I'm not even sure. But it's like,
is WB making these?
It is coming from Sony Pictures.
Sony. Okay, that tracks.
It tracks, right? Yeah. You hear that, and you're like, yeah, okay,
okay,
sure thing.
Yeah, not for me.
So yes, I mean, I could spend more time telling you about the women they're going to be playing, but you know what? We'll just have to wait and watch The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event, to find out how important these ladies were, in the lives of the Fab Four.
The Fab Four.
The Fab Four. There you go. That's our Beatles check-in for now. Here's some pretty cool news, and I'm like, all right, I could see this being pretty fun. We're getting a Miami Vice reboot. Yes, we did try that a little while ago with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx, and I don't think it's been regarded as a huge success. I guess it sort of booted and pooted, maybe. I don't know.
Boots and boots.
I mean, it came and went. Michael Mann. He took a crack at it. Gave us some Crockett and Tubbs action. Maybe just wasn't quite what everyone that was a fan of the classic '80s television show Miami Vice was looking for. But it's been long enough. It's been 15 years, 20 years, maybe. Good God, it's time. It's time again. It's been long enough. We're getting more Miami Vice. We're getting another reboot. Yeah, 2006. So it's been 20 years. Here's the deal. It's going to be coming to us from director Joseph Kosinski, who has directed the likes of Top Gun Maverick, F1 most recently, Tron Legacy prior to that, Oblivion, and in talks to star in the lead roles are Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler. So what do you think? What do you think about that pairing as Crockett and Tubbs? Is that? I mean, I don't know if you give a flying fuck about Miami Vice in the first place, but
it's pretty stylish. It's pretty cool. I mean, Miami Vice has always been cool.
Yeah. Okay.
There is now. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Austin Butler did crush his role in Dune Part 2.
Yeah. He was a good Elvis. He just couldn't shake it
for the life of me, I don't. There seems to be like this Hollywood.
Everyone's obsessed with him.
Hollywood fixation on Austin Butler, and I don't quite understand it. But he did do a good job in.
No, you don't understand it, huh? Maybe you'd understand it if you watched my movie Elvis.
Maybe I would. Or that motorcycle movie was with Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy over here.
Yeah. I was speaking like this, and
I'm over here driving my motorcycle.
Yes, but
what movie called? Motorcycle Diaries? No, it's not it. But what the hell was it called? Bike Riders.
It could have been called Motorcycle Diaries. That sounds like it would have been called that.
I think that's something else. But anyway.
I'm here for this. This is cool.
You're not in love with Austin Butler, but what about Michael B. Jordan? Michael B. Jordan's got some.
Yeah, he's got
cool,
some.
Right?
Yeah, and I think they both had the potential to have swag for sure.
I feel like I can see them working well together. I can see
cast
chemistry. I would think. Yeah.
So I think it's probably going to be very good.
I mean, I think Kosinski as well, like every movie he's made has been stylish as fuck, for whatever other flaws you can probably point to. Tron was fucking stylish as fuck. Oblivion was stylish as fuck. Top Gun obviously was, and F1. Like, dude's got a panache for some stylish stuff, and get some neon soaked Miami Vice going on. I could see that
some
really
half unbuttoned shirts, some clubs,
maybe a little chest hair. I hope.
Yeah, some gold necklaces. Cool cars. Cool. It's almost
cool cars. Music. Yeah. Some synth vibes. Maybe. Yeah,
I'm here for it. I think it's cool.
All right. Well, it will be coming August 6th of 2027. 2 years away. Not even, but close to it.
A little bit.
All right. Winding down on our headlines. We've got a few left. I think we've been out on Taylor Sheridan for a while. He's kind of switched gears from the likes of the Wind Rivers and Sicario, writing Sicario and Hell or High Water to full on Yellowstone and its many, many spinoffs and stuff. And I think other stuff like Landman and shit. Like, dude's been very prolific of just making like total dad shows, which maybe I guess would be in your wheelhouse in a way. But when I say dad show, I think I mean,
our dad shows,
probably
like grandpa shows.
Our dad shows, yes. Yes. We'll call them grandpa shows for your benefit. But in kind of that vein, I feel like this headline is kind of just like, what, this makes sense. This tracks as well. He's teaming up with Peter Berg and Paramount to make a Call of Duty movie.
Goodness.
Live action feature film. I mean, we've certainly had some war movies, and I guess technically Call of Duty originated as a World War II franchise. I have my doubts. I think it will probably be more in the modern warfare style, but it could be future. They've done some future shit too. Was it Advanced Warfare shit? I don't know. I haven't played a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, they. I think they did
at least a decade. Jon Snow was in one. I think maybe Kevin Spacey.
I think Taylor Sheridan may have borrowed some money or something. He's having to make loan payments. I think
he might really likes money. Maybe he's gambling. Maybe he's gambling. I don't know.
Maybe he's gambling. It's a Bruno Mars kind of situation. It's just.
It very well could be. Yeah.
I don't know, but something.
I think we've been out on Sheridan for a while. Does this get you back in?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. What if I told you that Peter Berg worked on movies like Lone Survivor, and American Primeval Netflix show? Well, come on, give me
crickets. Something. Yeah, no, still not there.
Yeah, but those two names make a lot of sense for Call of Duty together. I think again, it's kind of just like, yeah, all of this, everything about this makes a lot of sense. This is not for me, and it sounds like it's not for you either.
No, not for me.
Well, there you have it. Very, very exciting. All right. Maybe something that's a little bit more your speed. How would you feel about Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz coming back for another The Mummy? After many years. So many years, in fact, that Brendan Fraser came back for a third movie and Rachel Weisz is like, actually, I'm good. But it sounds like they're both going to come back for The Mummy 4 or whatever it maybe ends up being called. Radio Silence is going to direct this. That's a filmmaking team of Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, who directed Ready or Not in 2019 and then did the last two Scream movies, 5 and 6, I think.
Is that the one that had all the controversy with Wednesday?
I think technically it's the upcoming Scream 7 that had the controversy in the making of it when they fired Melissa Barrera, and then Jenna Ortega was like, yeah, I'm too good for this now, so goodbye. So I think it's really the upcoming one, which is another trailer that came out that is on the list of trailers to talk about.
I haven't seen Ready or Not
today. Ready or Not, yeah, I don't think I saw that.
It looks like I'm reading about it. It looks like pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got everybody's favorite it's got Adam Brody, not the other
Adam Brody. Adam Brody from the he's in the Kristen Bell show, right? That you liked? First season of anyway. Second season I think just dropped. Maybe you've been watching it. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Maybe. Who's to say? I heard good things about Ready or Not. I never saw it. Samara Weaving. Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing the trailers for it. Remember being intrigued and just never watched it. And now it's been 6 years and still haven't watched it. But good reviews. Good reviews all around. I think both those Scream movies did get pretty good reviews. I mean, obviously it's in some ways grain of salt. They're Scream movies. Are they going to be anything particularly groundbreaking or anything like that? But at the same time, any sort of horror slasher kind of movie, it's a lot easier to make crap than it is to come out with something that gets like a pretty good reception. So it seems like they maybe have the chops, for this. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, are you? I mean, we like the Mummy ride at Universal, that's good fun, of course. But what about the?
I don't know if I've ever told you about my love for the original movies.
I feel like I don't know that we've ever talked about it. I feel like I have like a general vague awareness of your love for them. At least maybe the first two. I don't know about the third one.
The first two. I mean, even
maybe it's spin off the Scorpion King as well.
Yeah, I mean, I even watched the Scorpion King. And I not so much. It started to really peter out there with the dragon one. Tomb of the Dragon Lord or something.
I feel like there was a gap. Yeah, there was like a gap too. I think the first two came out, in pretty quick succession, and then it was like a lull before they went back for the third one. Obviously, a bigger gap now, but
that first one, dude, is like Indiana Jones level shit, with a little bit of horror in there. It is at least like, I haven't watched it in a very long time. I actually wouldn't mind watching it again now that I'm talking about it. But
bonus episode territory, perhaps.
It is a very special movie for me. I watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it. It was just on fucking repeat all the time. I really like that movie. So if they're making another one, I'm here for it. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I mean, they're not, you know, they're not so, at least the sequels are not so spectacular that they're not, you know, kind of garbage. Some of them are garbage anyways, you know. But I wouldn't mind seeing something fresh from this IP, you know, especially if the two people are coming back.
I think that's a big deal. I mean,
I think Rachel's probably my first biggest crush.
Oh,
it's like TV deal, you know.
Tell you what,
maybe not first biggest crush.
She's looking pretty good these days too. So she's fine wine. That woman, I would say. Yeah, no, Brendan Fraser. I mean, I feel like he's kind of had a career resurgence. I think he was struggling for a long time, and you know, the Whale.
He had a massive career there for
I mean,
quite a while, for a little bit,
90s, early 2000s, and then really just massive struggle. I think financially and you know, getting roles, and kind of has now, I think, you know, earned you know, his stay, earned his keep back in Hollywood again. He's only 56. He's not, you know, I mean, he I think, you know, looks noticeably older than obviously he did in you know, in his heyday with The Mummy and, you know, George of the Jungle and all that. But, you know, I don't know. I think that I'm pretty excited to see what they do with this. At a bare minimum, it will probably be better than the you know, Tom Cruise iteration of it. So
I actually never saw that.
Well, I did, and let me tell you, it was not good.
How was it? Was it awesome? No, wasn't good.
Shocking information. It did have a great Russell Crowe, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde performance in it, though. So it had that going for it.
Russell Crowe,
love a good Russell Crowe just doing random fucking accents. He's having a great time in his career. Let's put it that way.
What is his deal? This guy. We're going to talk about it here in a little bit, but anyways, yeah, I am here for The Mummy, dude. I'm here for that. That's exciting news for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I would like to revisit those. I think I bought like a 4K pack that had the trilogy in it, and this might be good news for you. One source has described this as as not a reboot, but a sequel that would disregard the events of the third movie. So I guess that would help explain why Rachel Weisz didn't really look like herself in that movie.
Oh, okay.
One way of doing it anyway. And so there you have it. All right. Our final headline. It's one we teased. Warner Brothers Discovery says, would you like to spend some, you know, amount of $1 billion to purchase this company, all of its assets? It's already set to like split. You know, they did the merger of WB and Discovery, and then I think they've kind of done this thing where like, all right, let's put all the good shit in one company and then, you know, make it a separate company with all the crap in it. Roughly, not exactly that way, but now they are, you know, exploring options for you know, someone else to basically come in and basically purchase, you know, the company, you know, the corporation. So the obvious contenders that we've heard about already are Paramount. Paramount seems to be very, very in on this idea of buying Warner Brothers Discovery. We've actually heard that Netflix is maybe considering it. That seems to be far less likely. Like Paramount, I think, has literally already made offers that have been rebuffed.
Paramount being the Larry Ellison-owned company now, right?
That would be correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, it's a big fucking deal because, I mean, we are now at the point where, you know, the major studios in Hollywood are there's just a few of them. There's just a few of them left at this point. WB is one of them. Paramount's one of them. Sony, Disney. Is there anyone else? I mean, that's like, I mean, obviously you have indie studios, but on that scale, I think you're really pretty limited. And so, you know, who really has the ability to purchase someone like WB Discovery, but probably one of those.
One of the big ones, right?
Maybe Netflix. So yeah, you're kind of looking at a potential mass consolidation of things. I mean, we saw that with Disney. Disney and Fox was a big deal, you know, with all the 20th century, you know, stuff getting subsumed within Disney. I mean, you still have 20th Century Studios are still around, but they're an arm of Disney now. And so you might see something like that here, but yeah, I mean,
It's
interesting. Let's put it that way. I don't know if you have any.
That's kind of wild. It's wild one, but I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about there only being like 3 major studios. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's a little Alien Earth in some ways. I mean, obviously, it's not the same scale where it's the entire Earth, but it is kind of the same principle of
all your entertainment.
Maybe mega corporations are bad. Maybe, pseudo monopolies are bad. Maybe we should be prioritizing having, competing companies that aren't so gargantuan in size that they basically can control every aspect of media in some way, be it making movies, making shows, news corporations. Like, it's a lot, to think about. So, I don't know.
Especially because we consume so much of it now, We're always...
For sure.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I got a little bit of a... I don't know. I don't know exactly how I feel about it, but it's pretty wild that WB is just up and... Oh, okay, all right, guys, we're out of the game.
I think this has pretty much been expected in some ways because since David Zaslav took over, I think after they merged with Discovery, he's been gutting the company and we know about like the Batgirls and the Coyote v. Acme's that have been shelved, although that one is coming back in some way because they sold it eventually. But, it just kind of felt like he's just been trying to cut the dead weight and bring the company into a place where they can just sell it for cheap and he makes millions of dollars and can go fuck off and retire and golf and do whatever fucking rich,
do whatever he wants.
Goblins do, so yeah. Rich ghouls.
Ghouls.
Something like that. So anyway, welcome to America. Welcome to the world in 2025. That's what I have to offer you on the headlines front, which means we got some trailers to talk about.
Ooh,
ready to talk some trailers?
Let's talk some trailers. What do we got?
All right. So on the trailer front, I think as I sort of kind of said already, this is stuff that's coming out in the near future, or as is the case for the first 3 on the list, stuff that's already out there, and maybe you could catch it in a theater, maybe you could catch it on your television. But the first thing up is the next film from Yorgos Lanthimos called Bugonia, which stars Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. This made its way to theaters on October 24th, so it is technically playing now. I feel like you've been not on the train. You haven't watched a lot of Yorgos stuff. Like, I feel like you're kind of... It's not even that you've tried to get on the train. You're just like, I just
haven't seen anything. So yeah,
I'm not taking that train wherever it's going. I just don't have time for that train.
It's not even. I feel like this, for example. I think I had a lot of interest in the Frankenstein movie that he made here recently.
Poor Things, right? Yeah.
And this looks very intriguing too. This looks really good.
Say what you will about Yorgos, he does make fucking intriguing movies. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And this definitely is no exception to people. One Jesse Plemons and some other guy kidnap Emma Stone, think that she's an alien, sort of thing. They think that she's a real Mark Zuckerberg type, CEO, high-powered CEO of a major company. Seems to be an alien. I mean,
Jesse Plemons' partner kind of looks like our VP a little bit in the meme. Looks like a meme version of the VP.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching the trailer at the same time. It's the look I got.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. So yeah, all right. So, I mean, probably, are you ready to board the train? Do you think that you want to board the train? Are you going to board the train? It's a lot of questions I'm throwing at you, but yeah, what do you think about Bugonia?
I think, yeah. I mean, I don't know which one would be the one to jump in on. I don't know. Would this be it? Or Lobster? Is Lobster the one to jump in on?
I don't know. That Lobster was my Yorgos introduction, I will say, and that's a weird fucking movie. They're all weird fucking movies. I mean, I do think that both you and I tend to go for weird and appreciate weird, I think, more than some. But I don't know. Sometimes sometimes it's too far in that direction in some ways. But this,
maybe
quite
he's
positive. It looks like
perfecting his craft,
and I feel like this is definitely less like surreal than Poor Things was in terms of just like the filming style. It's definitely a bit more grounded and realistic. But obviously, it's still a pretty zany concept, for the plot. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Probably not a theater visit for me, just based purely on logistics of, other things that I maybe want to see in the more imminent future that will take my A-list reservation slots. But I am intrigued enough. I mean, maybe there's a potential for some awards buzz for something like this. I feel like Yorgos, he's kind of always in that conversation, it seems like. So, I guess we'll see what happens with this, but it's on my radar. I would say it's firmly on my radar if this gets some more buzz kind of down the line, it might be one of those like Poor Things where it's just like, all right, let's see what it's all about. And
this one looks like it's more approachable anyways than
relative to Poor Things. I do think so. Yeah. Like, again, obviously it's pretty out there, but I think from the filmmaking style and just generally speaking, it does feel a little bit more approachable, but at least from the trailer. Obviously we can't speak to the final product, and they could certainly still go places. Maybe she actually is an alien. I don't know. Maybe they're right the whole time.
We'll find out.
Well, I would have to find out. And the only way to do that is watching that movie. But like I said, October 24th made its way to theaters. So anyone that doesn't know a thing about Bugonia and is intrigued by it, maybe check out the trailer, see if it's something that you want to take the trek for. And if you do see it, write in watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. Maybe that's the push that we need to see it, talk about it. So certainly love to hear that. All right, moving on to a couple TV shows that are now out. Different strokes for different folks, sort of things.
Okay.
But, first up, we have Netflix's continuation of The Witcher, and wouldn't you know it, Geralt of Rivia is looking a little different these days.
He is
he's looking a little bit like Liam Hemsworth. He doesn't seem to resemble that Henry Cavill feller anymore. Yeah, this is the fourth season. It's still a full proper continuation. The rest of the cast looks like they've returned. Remind me where you're at with The Witcher. Did you watch the last season prior to this, or are you like?
Is this the first season with the new guy?
This is the first season with the new guy. We had 3 with Cavill.
I don't think I saw the third season with Cavill.
I think we talked about the first one, which came out, I feel like, around COVID era. And yeah, we've had obviously now 3 more seasons, but 2 with Cavill.
But I never watched the third one. Because, I mean, I feel like they announced that he was done after that.
Yeah, like it was kind of known. I was just like, well, do I care?
And then after seeing this, I don't.
Are you back in?
No, I really don't care.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough deal. I mean, I feel like what I've read is like, I don't know. I mean, I will say, like, obviously, when we probably talked about the news, it's like, wow, that's a pretty massive downgrade, in terms of actor. Like Henry Cavill to Liam Hemsworth just feels like, wow. I mean, I guess Jared Leto might.
He looks fine.
That's maybe about it.
It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look, but
yeah. I mean, I think it does look quintessentially still like The Witcher. Yeah. The production values, the costuming, like it all looks very much in line with prior seasons, but. There's definitely, and honestly, like, I didn't think his line delivery was too bad in the little snippets from this trailer. There's like the "let's fucking go," sort of thing. I'm like, all right, come on, that was bad. But but it's just such a. It's like Netflix cancels stuff left and right, and I'm not saying let's put these people out of work or whatever, and this show should live and die by Henry Cavill's involvement. But it's kind of just like. But is this still being made for people? Like I don't know. I kind of just it feels like a show that the Witcher fans have bailed on a long, long time ago. The people that like actually like and respect the source material are like, this ain't it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we're out.
And that's kind of the sense I got. And as someone that liked that first season, like I don't know. It's just I think I started the second season and just. Fell off the wagon. I don't really remember if it was because I disliked it or if I don't know. Something about it just felt like it was missing the spark, and it just, everything that's come out since is like middling reviews. I think they did some spinoff thing that was kind of ass. Funnily enough, they did something with this one where once you finish watching all of season 4, there's like a movie, like a 90-minute movie that you can watch that's like a prequel to this. And apparently that was supposed to be its own show that like they reviewed the footage of, and it was so fucking bad that they just immediately canceled production of it.
Oh, Jesus.
But someone still had the genius idea to like cobble together the footage they did shoot into a movie, which is apparently quite terrible, which, I mean, I guess, you know, if it was bad enough to cancel it in the first place, not really sure why you thought,
well,
you know, that
somebody
that would work, but
somebody thought it was good. Fuck you, I'm putting this thing out there, you know, I'm putting it together.
It's got to be like a passion project of someone high up at Netflix. Like that, I don't know. You know, like to me, that's the only way that it makes sense. And maybe the viewership is really good. I don't know, but I feel like the numbers for this season, like from what I've read, have not been great.
I wonder if
you know,
is it searchable? What's that thing that I talked about last week on my fun fact?
The reviews are pretty bad. I don't know.
Can't remember what it's called.
The Nielsen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see if it's trending on there or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like The Witcher, and I'm not going to begrudge anyone that cares about this show anymore. But I think just, I don't know. It's something I should like, and seems like it could work even in spite of the Henry Cavill exit. But no one really seems to be like giving the impression that like, yes, they've righted the ship. Henry Cavill was actually the problem. I don't think anyone seems to be taking that approach. It seems to be like, Hemsworth's fine. The rest of the show's kind of okay, I guess, maybe, who's to say. I'm seeing an article that says it struggled for views in its launch week relative to prior seasons. Dramatic decline from prior seasons. So, I mean, it's probably fair to say that the Henry Cavill, Liam Hemsworth switch was not a wildly popular move for anyone.
Is imminent, you know?
Hardcore fans, you know, people that, you know, were like, whatever, I just, you know, I really like the vibes or whatever. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So, I don't know. I put it in here as a kind of signpost of, hey, this is out now. If you're ready to take the plunge, if you want to take the plunge, if you're looking for something to watch, let me know how it is, because I ain't doing it. But it sounds like we'll just have to. I'm not doing it either. We'll just have to wait for our listeners to write in, you know, and say, hey, I watched The Witcher season 4, and you know what, Liam Hemsworth is better. Maybe someone will say that to us, and I'll delete that email and say, okay, I didn't read that. I'm just kidding. I value all opinions to a certain extent. I will entertain all opinions.
There we go.
Interesting as they may be, I will entertain them. And I'll yeah. So here you go. Witcher season 4, all 8, I think, episodes are out now. It dropped on Netflix October 30th. So maybe this is it for The Witcher. I don't know how it wraps up. Maybe this is it. So I guess if you really, really want more, you probably need to get them viewership numbers up and you start watching. So. All right, moving on to, I think, a TV show that is definitely way up, I would say, both of our alleys. Maybe it's something you've even started watching, potentially, I don't know. Volume 3 of Star Wars Visions. It's on Disney Plus right now, dropped October 29th. 9 anime studios came back to make more short stories as part of the Star Wars Visions, show. I think we covered the first season. I think you watched the second season. I didn't. The first season was all Japanese studios. The second season was not. I think this one's maybe a mix. There's definitely some straight up follow-ups to the first season. I think there's like a dual follow-up with like the Ronan, I think. There's a Ninth Jedi follow-up. So like there's full-on like continuations, story, you know, sequels to stories we got in that first season, which is very cool. So have you taken the dive on this, or even if you haven't? Oh, okay. All right. Do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to save it? What do you think? How far into it are you? Like, how many have you watched?
3 episodes in.
All right.
And it remains some of the coolest Star Wars that you can get right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's fresh. Yeah. It's exciting. New interpretations, and just, I don't know. It just breathes new life into a property that I very much love, you know, that I feel like
can get kind of so much creativity.
Yeah.
You know,
gets kind of samey.
I say that as someone that didn't watch the second season and definitely should rectify that mistake.
Yeah, and they're quick. They're easy. You can get in and out of one.
I know,
of those.
Right? Totally. Yeah, you know, for sure. I don't have any good excuses. I just have excuses. That's all. I would like to go in on this. I mean, I said that about season 2, and there was really no reason I didn't go on in other than just never making the time. There's always just something else to watch, I guess. But it sounds like 3 of 9 in, you're digging it, and it sounds like you will probably be watching more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just I slot it in when I slot it in. I slot the episodes in when I can. You know what I mean? During a nap time or whatever. And it's cool. I like it a lot. So I'm happy. Right. And it actually surprised me. I turned on the TV and said, "Oh shit, this is on TV.
It's out now." Yeah. We haven't talked about it. I mean, I think we probably talked about it when it was like announced that they're doing it, but we never talked about the trailer. Obviously, the trailer I think gives a good cross section of all 9 different shorts. But yeah, no, I just gotta make time for season 2 and this one too. I just got to do it. Volume 2 and Volume 3, I guess, to be technical about it. But yeah, all right. Well, if nothing else, I look forward to. I don't have to hear it from a listener. If you are a listener and you watch Star Wars Visions, of course, feel free to write in. But I can hear it from Mr. Meadows.
I will tell you about it.
Maybe in coming episodes once he works his way through the rest of these shorts. So, all right. Well, that's Star Wars Visions Volume 3 streaming on Disney Plus now. And now we're going to transition into things that are not quite out yet as of recording this, but will be out in the near future, mostly November, some coming out actually a couple days from now. So we have a movie called Die My Love that we're going to talk about next, which is coming to theaters November 7th. Stars Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, produced by Martin Scorsese, directed by Len Ramsey. What did you think about this? Was this on your radar at all? Was this new to you?
I had heard about it. I had not seen the trailer for it.
And now that you have,
I have, it looks like a well-crafted movie. Looks like a super drama. You know what I mean? A little bit of a thriller kind of deal. I don't know what's going on in it, but I think it's probably going to be really good. I think it's going to be potent. I think it's going to kind of leave you like jaw on the floor kind of deal, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like movies kind of work their way into the A24 type of conversation where it's just like you stick that in front of something like, okay, all right, I'm seated.
I've got no reason not to.
I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely here for it. I don't know if it'd make it a theater trip, but I think I could definitely...
Okay, yeah,
I think it'll definitely be on the... I think this is going to be on a lookout for like a Oscar kind of conversation, I think. It feels like that kind of...
Yeah, it does seem like it could be in the conversation based on how it looks. I'm not sure if we've gotten some early reviews that all seem to be pretty good so far. And
I'm here for Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence.
Good cast. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, Lakeith Stanfield's in here as well.
Yeah, right, he is.
So, I mean, that's pretty good. We like that. Nick Nolte's in it. I don't know. When's the last time Nick Nolte was in something? I thought he was in jail. He just
maybe he's acting from jail.
I don't know what happened there. It could be. That would be interesting.
Like a meta.
This is. I think I'll agree. It's probably in the same space as Bugonia of color me intrigued. Would like to watch it. Don't know when I will watch it. Probably not theaters unless I, end up with a lot of free time, which means that my personal life has probably been blown up in some spectacular way. So hopefully it doesn't reach that point. The only way I'm seeing all these movies in theaters if
you got some problems.
I've got some problems elsewhere. So, but I'm intrigued. So, Die My Love for those that are intrigued as well. Like I said, November 7th, which is to say, by the time you're hearing this on the regular feed, it is out. It is playing in theaters. Go check it out if you're interested. Same date. Switching gears over to the tube, to the television. New television show from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul creator.
They really work that in this trailer, don't they?
Yeah, they always have to do it. God, now I'm blanking on his name. I don't know if they actually put it in the trailer.
They did. I don't think they did.
You just tell you. Vince Gilligan. God damn.
That's it. Yeah.
Vince Gilligan. Yes. So, new show from Vince Gilligan, a little sci-fi drama deal.
Columbus.
Coming to Apple TV, debuting November 7th, 2 episodes, and then it'll be a full 9-episode season, running through the end of the year. Final episode coming out 26th of December. I don't know what the hell is going on in this show, but it's interesting, I think. Like with some of these other things that we've talked about, it's definitely interesting. It feels very Breaking Bad and very Better Call Saul, perhaps by design. But what are you thinking? Are you interested? Are you interested in taking the dive on this?
What's that movie we watched with? I think it had the other Liam Neeson, the Neeson brother in it. Who's Thor? It's not Liam Neeson. What the fuck am I saying? Hemsworth, yeah.
Movie?
Yeah. Remember when they were in the they were in like that remote isolated place and they were taking the pills to try to make people happy and shit?
Yeah. Oh, I do know.
Or was it a show? I feel like there was a show about it too, maybe.
It might. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There was a limited series. There's a limited Netflix series or something like that, I think.
No, I no, see now it's the classic thing of like what is it called? We will find out eventually. Fuck. Was it Spiderhead?
Spiderhead is I think the movie.
It was a movie. It was a movie, yeah. Okay.
And
I think I was looking on the TV side of the resume. I'm like, where is it? Yeah, Spiderhead I think is what we're talking about.
Spiderhead's the movie, but there's a show. There's a show that's out too.
Oh. Shit. Also with Chris Hemsworth or just separately?
Separately.
Okay.
And they're all kind of like in the same kind of vein. They were running experiments on people. It's gonna really bug me out.
Was it Maniac?
Maniac, yes, it was Maniac. I think it was.
Which was also Netflix. Emma Stone and Jonah Hill, is that right?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. We figured it out. The mystery has been solved.
I am thinking of Maniac with Jonah Hill. That's the vibes I get from this.
Okay. Yeah, no, that seems fair.
Just real heady, kind of like, I don't know. I think I really enjoyed Maniac. I really enjoyed Spiderhead. And this looks like I really, really enjoyed Breaking Bad. That it's an awesome, awesome show. This looks like something I'll definitely be down on. And Apple TV, I haven't watched all their stuff.
They put out some interesting, pretty good stuff, it seems like.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of on the outskirts. I'm like, oh, Silo sounds good. Maybe I should fucking watch Severance at some point in my life. There's always something on there that is always like, I bet that's pretty good.
The fit and finish of their shows, and I can't say positive. I don't necessarily feel the same way about their movies, but the shows the shows
definitely seem to be their strong suit.
Yeah,
to date anyway.
Yeah, at least from the 2 that I've watched to completion. So, anyways, I'm excited about. I would say I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's up my alley, and I think it's going to be good. So,
well, I concur. Intrigued. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a watch, see how it goes. Feels like a classic show that I'm going to see good reviews for and be like, oh, I should watch that, and then never do. But maybe I can buck the trend.
You need to get on Ted. Not Ted Bundy. Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
you need to get on that Ted Lasso.
That, man. That's bad news. Bad news. Ted Bundy. All right. November 7th, we got, I believe, one more movie on that date. Nuremberg.
Oh,
we got an official trailer for Nuremberg, which is kind of about, it's about the Nuremberg trials. It's
what's that?
A group of people. You mean what is it when you prosecute Nazis for committing war crimes? And,
what is that?
And crimes against humanity. What does that look like?
Happens?
I don't know. Well, it has historically happened. Historically.
I think there's a line in this trailer that says, we're going to do this so it never happens again.
Yeah, I think that was a little tongue-in-cheek sort of thing.
Oh, was it? Okay.
A little tongue-in-cheek sort of thing, I think.
Glad they're beating me on that. I'm glad I understand. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you got a pretty stacked cast. Russell Crowe, as I said, pulling out another accent. He's fucking Herman Goring in this. So he's got a German accent now. You've got Rami Malek. You've got John Slattery. Michael Shannon seems to have a pretty prominent role. Richard E. Grant. And yeah, it's like, what if, the Nazis got, defeated by the end of World War II and, the ones that didn't kill themselves in a bunker, like maybe if we held them to account, like what if we did something like that? And so yeah, this movie is really just kind of about that sort of thing, that did in fact happen in history. Yeah, what do you think? Would you be interested in watching something like that?
Yeah, I think I would. I think it,
do you think it could be cathartic in some ways, maybe?
The one that really pulls me out of the whole experience is Russell Crowe, if I'm being honest. I hope he can deliver, because the rest of this thing looks like it could be pretty good. I really like Richard Grant, is that his name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like what movie has he been in recently? Do you know? I feel like I've watched him in something and he was, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he was in Loki in terms of stuff that we've covered. He
was in Loki
as the older Loki.
I've seen him in something. I feel like I've seen him in something more
Saltburn.
recent.
He was in Saltburn. Looks like Argyle, one of your favorites of 2024. Death of the Unicorn. He was in, which I think you just watched.
Yes, that's exactly what he was in. He was good in that.
Yeah.
I like Richard Grant. I think he's a good actor. I think he's a lot of fun. He's got a lot of charisma. Anyways, this show looks like it. Or this movie looks like something that could be really good, with the potential caveat of Russell Crowe. Hopefully he delivers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Also, the other caveat of, is it actually, weirdly enough, just kind of depressing at the end of the day? Just being like, interesting. But we're in the middle of World War II. No one was really thinking about like, what if we held trials for the Nazis, So I don't know. Now we have precedent to contemplate such things. So
yeah, I think it's intriguing. Timely, maybe it's important people get reminded.
It's
of stuff
definitely
like that,
timely. It's definitely timely. Yeah.
I think it could be a good movie. It looks like it's poised to be a good one.
Definitely has potential.
It's one of those movies that seems like an Oscar kind of thing. Seems like an Oscar kind of movie.
Could be. You got a stacked cast, and a relevant, interesting
drama.
Subject matter.
Yeah.
Historical drama definitely seems to have hallmarks of things that the Oscars voters might go for. So. Yeah, I would like this to be good. I'm gonna put it in the same category of, I would like to watch this at some point. Is it a theater trip? I don't know, but I do want to watch it. So it's a yes for me, dog. Is what I'll say about it. So
there is
American Idol for you.
I don't mean to segue hard, but there is one movie out of this list that's completely blindsided me that does look like a theater trip.
In a good way.
And I think we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, I think, next, as long as I'm clicking on these links in the right order.
Well, we'll find out. What we're talking about next, at least in terms of script order, is a movie called Hamnet. Is that the one?
That's the one.
Do we have to wait a little bit longer?
That's the one.
All right. That's the one. All right. Well, coming to theaters this Thanksgiving, the next film from director Chloe Zhao, who brought us Nomadland and then followed it up with The Eternals. With a little whiplash there. Eternals is overhated, as my personal opinion on it, but it is what it is. She's leading away from the Marvel stuff with this next movie, Hamnet. Stars Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal as Agnes Shakespeare and William Shakespeare. And basically seems to be what's the real life story behind the creation of Hamlet, the classic Shakespeare tragedy of Hamlet. So you've already revealed that this might get you to a theater. Why is that?
Well, I'm watching it again. The cinematography looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like a beautifully shot movie.
I'll concur with that.
And it's the first trailer in a long time that kind of actually just put me in tears. Like it.
All right, little, not full on waterworks, but just
just enough to single solitary tear.
And if you can do that in, let's see, 2 minutes and 39 seconds, you might have something, on your hands.
Yeah,
right?
At the very least, your marketing team is on fucking point. Like they've done their job
well. Yeah.
This looks like a very powerful movie. It looks very human. It looks it looks touching. I don't know. It just looks really. I'm watching it again. It's kind of choking me up a little bit. I think it's going to be a really special thing.
And I think look like it's got the.
I think in a way it'll be timely as well too. I think it's just. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's probably going to. I think it has the potential to be something very, very special.
No, I think so too. And this is one that, like some of the others we've mentioned, is getting pretty good early buzz. And which is always good. Like you don't want to watch the trailer and be like, oh fuck, I'm like crying a little bit, and then they're like 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, yeah, it looks nice, but man, this movie's kind of ass. Like you never want to see that. That's always discouraging. And obviously sometimes the early film festival reviews are a little pompous and, like, well, I gave it a 15-minute standing ovation. Well, I gave this one a 16, but it does seem like, this is living up to what the trailer promises. And so, I would say probably of the 10 trailers that we have on this episode, this is the one that probably did stand out to me as a, oh wow, okay, I'd seen this, had come out, but now I'm like, I am in on this for sure. So
monumental
we are on the same page
cinematic experience is the quote unquote.
It just looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous.
Like, no disrespect to all the other movies, and like certainly Bugonia and Die My Love look well shot. Nuremberg seems a little bit more traditional, a little darker cinematography, but this just looks stunning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The Nomad's Land. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. We covered it, man.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. That was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, I mean, and say what you will about Eternals, but it was a pretty movie.
It was a pretty movie. That's true.
Didn't look like bog standard Marvel movie. So
Steven Spielberg.
She's clearly got a keen eye for directing. So yeah.
Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes producing too. So I don't know. I think this has the hallmarks to be something really good. We'll see. We will see on Thanksgiving Day.
I concur.
I won't see on Thanksgiving Day. I think I'll be in big trouble.
Oh yeah, you've got some.
If I see on Thanksgiving Day, stuff. I have large.
Your personal life is in turmoil as well.
Absolutely.
If we're seeing all these movies in theaters, something has gone very wrong. But that's all right. We'll be playing lots of Overwatch and Rocket League in our future in that scenario. So what are you gonna do? Overwatch 2, sorry. Times have changed. We have to change with the times as well. All right. Winding down, we've got 3 things. Next 2 are Netflix ones coming out relatively soon. So Stranger Things 5. We've talked about the kind of bullshit release schedule. We're getting Volume 1 on the 26th, which I think is the day after Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. It's the day before. It's the day before Thanksgiving, I think. I should just look up when Thanksgiving is. Thanksgiving is November 27th. I was correct. Okay. So this is coming out in the first chunk the day before Thanksgiving, the second chunk on Christmas, the finale, the big epic finale on New Year's Eve. So we're getting a three different day sort of drop for the final season of Stranger Things 5. I think we talked about the teaser when it came out. Now we have the full official trailer, which obviously is at a bare minimum showing the money they spent on this fucking thing.
It does look expensive.
What do you think? Are you geared up? Are you ready for Stranger Things to conclude?
Yeah, I'm ready for it to conclude. I'm happy that it does have an end.
Yeah,
I feel like
and 5 seasons, even though it's taken 10 years.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a staple
good, solid
for
run.
Netflix's product for so long.
It's end of an era for sure to have it end by the end of this year in the slimmest of margins, but still end by the end of the year.
Yeah, but I'm glad it's finally coming to an end. It has to come to an end. This looks like more. It looks like more of the same. I can't say I'm impressed by it.
It looks like Stranger Things. I mean, I don't think there's anything in here that felt like game changing, right?
No.
You know, like it just feels, you know, like on Stranger Things 4, I think was appropriately epic, and obviously it was pretty long with some of those episodes, but I felt like the quality was quite good overall, and I don't see anything in here that gives me red flags. It just kind of seems to affirm for me that, like, hey, yeah, Stranger Things is coming back, and it looks like, you know, the Duffer Brothers and company are giving us kind of more of the show that we've liked pretty much every time, you know, to varying extents. You know, you have preferences among the seasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like we're in on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in on Stranger Things. I'm excited.
Your release schedule shit.
Where it all. The release schedule is what it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not ideal. It's not great. Anna and I did start rewatching the first season of Stranger Things, and by that I do mean that we've watched all of one episode of the first season.
It's a long haul, dude.
Maybe, you know, you say it's a long haul, and it's only a long haul because of those episodes in the fourth season that are like 2 hours long. Otherwise, it's really quite doable. You know, like it's eight or nine episodes a piece, all hovering around like 40 to 50 minutes. Like it's totally doable. It's just that fourth season, you have like multiple hour and a half. The finale was like 2.5 hours, and I'm guessing that 5 is going to be kind of along those lines. Like I'm sure the finale is going to be it's going to be longer than most movies that come out in theaters this year, you know. So
it's bullshit. Anyways, that's cool though. Whatever, you know. It's
a little self-indulgent. I mean it is.
It is.
As long as the quality's there, you know. I mean, all right, you know.
Listen, I think we talked about our favorite directors.
Don't make any cuts if you don't need to make cuts.
All the stuff that I like is it's just all indulgent. That's okay. Nothing about a rich.
Yeah.
As long as it's good, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, as long as it's good, you know, you can, you know, feel yourself, you know, a little too much, but as long as what you're making is quality, and like, you know, you have to step back sometimes and be like, all right, yeah, the man loves feet, but Tarantino's got it going on, you know. It's a strange guy, but he makes good movies.
Makes good movies.
He's not too strange. He's being weird. He's weird. He's not doing criminal things as far as we know. You know what I mean? Like there's a line. He's close to the line, but he's not over the line.
He's no Neil Gaiman. He's no Neil Gaiman.
Yes, right. Good example of bad things. Stranger Things 5, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, basically. So I'm sure we will try to convene in the new year to talk about it once we've had a chance to watch all 50 hours or whatever it comes out to being, you know. So we'll see how I do in my quest to rewatch. It's already fucking November, so you know, this drop of the new episodes is just a few weeks away. I am hard pressed to think we'll be caught up for that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll use our time quite effectively. All right. As I said, another Netflix thing coming out is a movie called J. Kelly, coming to Netflix on December 5th. It is also getting a limited theatrical release on November 14th. But what I will say on the limited theatrical thing is Frankenstein technically got a limited theatrical release, and I don't think you watched it in theaters, and that's probably because they like put it in like a bunch of like limited art house movies.
Frankenstein already came out?
Art house cinemas. But it already technically came out for the theatrical release. I think it's done with its theatrical release.
Oh, that sucks.
I feel like Netflix put it in like the most obscure random cinemas, and it's like good for those cinemas. Obviously, that's a big get, and I'm sure they're pulling audiences in. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we could have it in Dolby or IMAX. You know, like a movie like that would certainly benefit from that. And I do think it got a very, very small IMAX release, like, you know, like New York, LA, and Toronto kind of, you know, bullshit. Maybe Chicago kind of thing. Where it's just like, oh, great. So most people cannot see it this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm not a fan of the Netflix theatrical release model. And I get it on one hand of like, obviously they want people to watch it on Netflix. That probably is what most directly benefits Netflix. But I just want to see some movies in theaters, man. Especially Frankenstein. I would love to see that in theater. But at this point, it's probably going to be a Netflix watch. So anyway, Jay Kelly, what did you think about this? You got George Clooney and Adam Sandler and Laura Dern and Billy Crudup, directed by Noah Baumbach.
Yeah, what's Noah Baumbach done? Who was that?
He did, I want to say the last thing he did prior to this was Marriage Story, if you saw that.
That was a pretty well-recepted movie, though, right?
It was. Oh, no, he did one thing called White Noise between that, which was also a Netflix movie, which I did not see. He's done... trying to think of... he's kind of like a name that I'm like, I recognize without having seen most of his movies. Like Francis Ha, While We're Young, Mistress America. I mean, a lot of movies that I haven't seen. I did see Marriage Story for what it's worth. He produced Barbie. He's married to Greta Gerwig, who directed Barbie.
Power couple.
And he co-wrote Barbie as well. Yes, Hollywood power couple, that's for sure. So yeah, I mean, I think he's done some interesting artsy sort of things, and now he's got this thing, Jay Kelly. You know,
this looks good.
A little bit of a love letter to acting in Hollywood in some ways, but yeah, it looks good. But okay, what about it?
Well, Adam Sandler kind of puts me off a little bit, but I tell you,
serious Adam Sandler this time, although not totally serious, but not slapstick. I'm hanging out with Kevin James, Adam Sandler either.
Right. George Clooney really sells it for me in this. I think it looks.
I love a good Clooney performance, and I feel like he's not in a lot these days. I feel like he's taken his roles fairly sparingly in the, I don't know, last 10 years maybe. I mean,
yeah,
I could be wrong, but I just don't feel like we see him in a lot of things.
No, and I feel like it almost feels like I don't know, it just feels kind of like a authentic performance for this role, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's one that I'm imagining he can draw from personal experience and, you know, infuse the performance with probably, you know, his real life relationships, his real life, you know, roles and the meaning of acting to him and stuff like that. Yeah. No, I think story-wise, it seems like it has. This one also, I think, has some high potential for potency. You know, he's got a kid, and you know, maybe I didn't do it all right. You know, that kind of sort of thing too.
Yeah.
It looks well shot. It looks like, I mean, I think it was just one of those trailers that had like a cast list that was like, you know, top of the screen to the bottom of the screen. It's like, look at all these fucking people, you fucking idiot. Yeah, it is one of those. George Clooney, Adam Sandler. Yeah. Patrick Wilson's in here. Greta Gerwig's in it, casting his wife and things. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable, I say. No. It looks good. This is one I had heard about but hadn't watched the trailer for with some of these other trailers, and I'm on board now. I'm probably not going to see it at an art house cinema sometime
around
November 14th, but come December 5th on Netflix, feels like an easy watch. Feels like an easy way to watch this and take it in. So yeah, it's on my radar. Maybe we should not do these episodes because I'm like, I gotta watch this. I don't have time for any of this. I don't have time. Unless I make time. Blow up my personal life. Make time. Great idea.
Time.
All right. Any other thoughts for you on Jay Kelly? Are you ready to move on to our final trailer of the
episode? Yes.
Final trailer. I don't know. I don't think we saved best for last, but I'm certainly curious to gather your thoughts on this movie. It's a movie called Dust Bunny, coming to theaters December 5th. I mean, there's two really, really nice and interesting things about it. Number one, it stars Mads Mikkelsen. Mm-hmm. We like that. We like Maz. Like seeing Maz and things. It is also from Brian Fuller, who was the creator of one of your 5 favorite shows, or at least as of 2022 or whenever we recorded that, and Hannibal, which obviously also starred Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter. Did the first season of American Gods, a show you liked as well, before it obviously pivoted into worse things as it continued to go on. But Fuller seems like a creative who you've liked. Some
I generally like, yeah.
And Maz is an actor who we both like, I think, quite well. It's got Sigourney Weaver in it, David Dastmalchian, you know. Okay, all right, you know. There's some monsters and, you know, stuff going on here, but what, I don't know. I mean, are you high on this? Are you interested in this? Does this feel okay? All right. I think we're on the same page, and it feels like all the things I said were like, all right. And then you watch the trailer and you're like, this probably kind of sucks, doesn't it? This is probably bad. You know, like this is the one trailer.
It reminded me of, what's that, it's the movie with the samurais and the little blonde girl and, what's it called? I can't think of it. It's, Guy that directed
Snyder
Zack Snyder movie.
Oh, Sucker Punch. Then.
Sucker Punch. It's like Sucker Punch. Looks like Sucker Punch a little bit.
It does have some of those vibes. Well, I'll tell you what, man. There's only 28 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but they're pretty good so far. They're pretty good. So maybe the marketing team has failed us. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, that happens.
Or Lionsgate paid 28 people to say nice things. It's also possible, or 26, because there are some not positive reviews. It's not a full 100% on Rotten Tomatoes or anything. But I don't know. Yeah, this just didn't. I didn't vibe with this. I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of looks like a. I don't know. I mean, I guess Lionsgate does the John Wick movies, but I feel like outside of that, like I see Lionsgate, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cheap crap. Like the Hellboy movies.
It's gonna be shit. Right.
Like that's just always the impression I get when like Lionsgate puts something out. I think they did that Crow remake, which to be fair, I didn't see, but I didn't see it because it looked bad. They did
the Max Payne
I just kind of
sure. Remember the Max Payne movie?
Probably. Yeah, I always just get the sense that I'm like, this probably sucks. You know what I mean? Like they probably didn't spend a lot of money on it.
The Saw movies.
I think they did the Saw movies, of which maybe one's good. You know what I mean? Like
movies.
Yeah. I mean, he's got some creative torture traps and stuff like that. But are those movies past the first one any good? Probably not. I don't know. I think I stopped after 2 or 3.
Did they do The Purge? No, Blumhouse is The Purge, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that's but it's all kind of in that same sort of category of just being like,
okay,
look, if this is on a hotel and I haven't seen it before, is it probably entertaining enough? And it's like, fine, yeah. I mean, yeah, probably.
They don't have any Hamnet.
Is this a theater trip? Is this even a VOD? Like, I struggle to make that leap, but. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're both wrong. Maybe we're just idiots. We just don't know. I mean, Brian Fuller's good. Maz is good. I'm sure Maz works for paychecks from time to time, as actors do. But maybe there is something here. I'm just not confident based on what I saw. My personal sense is like, meh. I don't know if this is for me. So
we're in the same boat.
All right,
that's it. We did it.
We ended on a sort of lower note for trailers, but. We got through it all. We got through all those trailers. We got through all those headlines. There's a lot more left on the the drawing board for future episodes. I kind of thought, all right, well, there's a lot of 2026 movies and shows, more movies and shows, but they have trailers for. I'm like, we're getting pretty close to January. Some of these we might want to roll to our look ahead episode instead of trying to overload ourselves on stuff like this. So, yeah. We're not doing terrible on timing. Not too terrible. But of course, we're not done yet. We've got some things to talk about, like, hey, man, what's going on over there? Now that you can blab as much as you want, as little as you want, if you don't feel like blabbing. But I'll open it up to you if you want to share anything you've been up to. I've got a little bit of a list on my end that I'll rattle off in a few, but I want to hear what you've been up to.
Yeah, football games.
I guess besides Star Wars Visions. Football games, yeah. We talk about Florida, Georgia. I guess
Florida, Georgia. That motherfucker hit the ground. That ball hit the ground at the end of that game. By the way, I don't know if you saw that or not in the replay, but that guy.
I did. I think I disagree, but also a better pass is a touchdown. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. Anyways,
they gave him a run for their money, which I think is probably that's probably more than what most people expected going into that game.
Yes,
especially with
it's good.
Florida finally firing their awful coach, and unburdened from his fucking play calling, thankfully. So,
so I've been watching some football. So 2 weekends ago, I had a good sport bet day. Been doing the sport bets. I had a good sport bet day, like 10x my money, which was pretty. I was pretty happy about that, which was $20. So,
I was going to say how crazy are you getting? As a starting point is probably a fair question.
But 10x sounds pretty exciting.
There's a point where it might get a little,
it's a slippery slope. But I try to make a cap on it because I have the personality that could lead me to have problems. So I make sure that I have a hard cap.
Good choices, responsible choices. That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, but this past weekend, I even retained some. I left money in the Hard Rock app, and then I threw my weekly allowance of betting money in there, and I lost it all. It was a real shit weekend for betting. So that kind of
win some, you lose some.
So funny. Shannon placed a bet. I didn't personally. I do a lot of the parlays, right? So I kind of get hung up if somebody sucks ass or whatever. And anyways, but Shannon bet on the Georgia game, and she bet on a spread, and
she bet on them beating the spread, and particular circumstances prevented that from happening.
Fucking Georgia runs up and just takes a knee on the 1 yard line, and she's screaming at the TV, "What are you doing?" Because the touchdown would have given her. I saw
a lot of commentary on the internet, similar things, and I'm not mad about it. I
would have been pissed if I was Shannon.
I mean, if it was me, yes, I would be pissed, but. It's the right play. It's the right play. Take a knee and the game's over. Don't risk any weird bullshit happening. Florida wouldn't have won that game if Georgia ran in. Then I'm confident in saying that. But I understand it from a
furious.
Kirby might smack you around a little bit. If you're not doing the smartest play. So
yeah. So anyways, that's the sport betting. I've watched Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, New Dominion,
the new one, like the one that came out this year.
Yeah,
what is that one called? Rebirth.
That's it. I've watched.
I think Dominion was the one prior to that with all the locusts and shit. It was real bad. All right, this is ScarJo,
yes.
Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala, right?
Directed by Gareth Edwards.
Oh, that's right. All right, here we go. Paycheck movie or not paycheck movie?
Paycheck movie.
Okay. But is it better than the prior Jurassic Worlds or about the same?
Yes. I mean, if you ask me how it was, I say it was okay. It's okay. I've watched it.
I think that to me sounds better than at least the last two Jurassic Worlds prior to that, which were real bad.
I was really down on the Goofy Dinosaur, and the Goofy Dinosaur is still incredibly goofy. Actually, fun fact, all the dinosaurs in this movie are goofy, and I don't really like any of them.
Because they're like hybrid DNA shit, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the thing.
I don't know if it's spoilers or not, but it's the Island of Rejects.
Anyone that cares about the movie's already seen it, which is to say I haven't seen it and I don't care. I probably already listened to a spoilery podcast.
Yeah, so
however
they're like, hey, they're making these dinosaurs genetically, and they're trying new things, and which they did try new things in the other dinosaur movie, Jurassic World, and this is where they sent all the rejects.
Oh, because it's a different island. Right.
It's a different island.
There's always another island,
Yeah, and it's got the real hokey, like, we need to get samples from these three dinosaurs, for this reason, and the story's kind of hokey, but it's fun enough. It's okay. It's okay. Bennett loved it, but Bennett's also two. But
dinosaurs, he loves dinosaurs, even weird, freaky, genetically modified dinosaurs. I guess maybe he likes that too.
Cute. We're cuddled up on the couch and like some scary shit happens.
Lots of rars, I guess.
Yeah, and he's all in it. He's 100% in it, and something happens. And he jumps, and then he looks over at me and starts laughing. He's like, I jumped dead end. He goes like this. I did this dead. Yeah, that's funny. So we had a lot of fun watching that. Watched it twice, 2 nights in a row, because Sarah fell asleep the first night, so we watched it again.
Okay, gotcha.
And then Star Wars Visions. Watched 3 episodes of that so far. That is more of the same, which is to say it's really good. I like it a lot. Dancing with the Stars. I don't think we've talked about Dancing with the Stars.
I don't think so. I don't think we have.
We watch Dancing with the Stars every year. Dancing with the Stars is like if it's Love Is Blind or Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars all day.
Okay, all right.
I watched, I think, an episode of Love Is Blind, the season of Love Is Blind, and then I could hear it in the because she would watch episodes without me and stuff, and so I didn't get the full Love Is Blind experience Got a little bit of
you're probably okay.
Yeah, this season's
probably doing just fine without that.
I don't know about this season, but
yeah. Well, I'll talk about it. But I talked about it a little bit, I think, on the Tron episode. But maybe I'll have some other thoughts because it's like now fully done reunion episode and all. So
reunion episode, all the tea gets spilled on the reunion episode.
Some of the tea.
I did watch the
some
reunion
tea that was
episode.
left unspilled. Okay, all right.
One lady was a bitch to that one guy though. She kept that ring and stuff. I don't know about her.
Yeah.
That poor guy. That guy was nice. That guy's a nice guy.
Why, why was there a basketball game? Like, what is happening? Like, here's Chris Paul. I'm like, okay, I guess. It's just random shit. Anyway, Dancing with the Stars. Like
Dancing with the Stars. It's good. It's
like mid season.
Yeah, we're almost done. I think we have like 1 or 2 episodes left, I think. Very talented people this year. Like these people can dance. And Andy from Andy from the Conan O'Brien show.
Oh, yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah.
And he has shown
Andy Richter.
Yeah. He's in it. And the growth that he's had in the show, like
he's developed his chops. He didn't have many.
He's still working on his chops. Like
he's developing his craft.
The difference between the people is tremendous. But Andy Richter's doing a really good job. He's still in. As of right now, he's still in, which is ridiculous.
Plus one respect for Andy Richter.
He probably shouldn't still be in. But if you're talking about growth, well, like these other people came in dancing and they could do all sorts of crazy shit from day one. And Andy still can't do crazy shit, but his dancing is improving every week, And that's cool. It's also got Irwin. I can't remember his first name. But Steve Irwin's little boy. He's not a little anymore. Robert Irwin. Yeah, he's in it. Okay. Dude can dance. Dude crushes it. All right. And he seems like a really nice guy. I bet
Steve Irwin could bust a fucking move. I think that's probably genetically inherited, would be my guess.
Yeah. So anyways, it's a fun show. I like that show. What else do we have? Magic the Gathering about Spider-Man gift box, which got real shit cards. Cool. I think it's kind of a shit set, but it's Spider-Man, so cool. It's cool. I think that's really about it. I can't really think of anything else that we've watched. I feel like I watched a couple of horror movies.
Yeah, this is kind of the first time we're recording since Halloween itself. I mean, I think maybe talk a little bit about trick-or-treating plans and stuff, but
okay, yeah, we went
episodes.
Trick-or-treating. Bennett was Buzz and Nolan was Woody. Bennett had an unbelievably awesome time trick-or-treating. So we're starting to bust into that age. And he was still scared of stuff, but he still had fun. So it's I don't know. It's just the whole thing was a lot of fun.
I saw a video today of a kid that knocked on a door dressed as a plague doctor, and like it's just a video. It's like a Ring video, and the door opens, and you just hear a kid like losing their fucking mind from like off camera behind the door, like just scared shitless by the plague doctor kid. And the kid is just like. I hear the dad laughing in the background. The kid just like sulks off. Anyway,
there was we went to a trunk or treat, and this guy turned his trunk into like a cage with a dinosaur in the back, and there was like a fog machine. It was pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He was dressed as Bob from like the first movie, the one that the guy with the shotgun.
The hunter guy, yeah.
He was dressed as him, and I can't remember who his wife was dressed as, but he had his truck had T-Rex in the fucking thing in the back of his truck, caged up, and it was he had a speaker. It was making all the noise. And anyways, we're walking around to the different trunks, and we walk over to that one, and Bennett's not having it. He's like, no, like he's kind of grunting. I said, Bennett, that dinosaur is going to break out and eat little kids. And he said,
so influenceable.
It's fun.
Just believe everything you tell them.
Yeah, I got a couple bad looks on that one, but it was funny. Aside from that, that's pretty pretty much been it. I can't really think of a whole lot else. But
so did you watch any spooky movies that we haven't maybe talked about already?
I think we had talked about them already. I talked about the Bring Her Back. I think I talked about that, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it was a highlight of my Halloween movies. We watched Hocus Pocus.
I think you maybe wanted to watch
the other one they made.
The other one they did, yeah.
With the hand.
Talk to me. Talk to the hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
Okay, gotcha.
And I feel like, I guess Jurassic Park's probably the biggest one that I've watched. That's probably the biggest movie.
Okay.
Did we talk about Task? Started it?
I don't know if we did. I don't know if we did talk about it.
Task?
You might have, and I am not remembering, but certainly feel free. Well, you're probably further along than you would have been a week ago, if nothing else. So,
not really. It's been kind of a high.
Okay.
It's been kind of
well.
slow,
How far into it are you? You're not done with it, but there are some episodes.
4 episodes in, 5 episodes in. Like I'm a good clip.
Okay. You're almost done then. Like I think it's like 7 or 8. I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I think I'm pretty far.
Nice.
Task is from the same creators of Mayor of Easttown, I think.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So crime drama show.
Crime drama show, largely in the suburbs of Philadelphia. If I'm not mistaken.
And I'll tell you something. I had to look up the accents. Like there's some accent work in this. And I had to look it up because I didn't know what they were going for. It's like what the fuck is this accent? Like it's bizarre. And then apparently I wasn't the only one to recognize this accent because there was a whole article on it. But now that because you're in Philly, I feel compelled to ask you if you know this accent. So it's the Delaware County accent.
Yeah. Delco. Yeah.
Yes, you know about Delco?
We know about the Delco accent up here.
Whom?
I'm not a true Philadelphian, to be clear, but I still know about it. I've been here long enough.
Yeah, like when are you going home? Like they say, like just like
whom? Yeah,
like just
yeah,
weird words.
Yeah, I don't know. Like how did this happen? I think it's a fair question that I can't answer. Of like why are you this way? You know, because like Philadelphia is not that way. I mean, Philadelphia has kind of its own accent. We do, you know, we got Wooder here, and you know, we got some other, which I think that's also Delco as well. But like, you know, there's definitely some regional variances, and it's just like, but why? You know, I don't know, you know, but it's interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I feel like I don't know, like Dune with the way they make their language and like the way that these actors can kind of manipulate the way that they talk and stuff. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. But this Delco accent is very prevalent in the show. And I think it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. And the characters are just, they feel real. They feel, you know, really well realized and stuff. So, highly recommend Task. I'm really
it's on my list, man. I'd like to watch it.
Probably just start with Star Wars Visions. It's a quick, easier watch, but
yeah.
But Task is definitely up there. It's real good. Watch Ted Lasso before you watch anything else, for sure. That's what I would say.
Lasso. Still got to watch The Pit coming back in January. So much to do, so much to see, but not enough time.
Yeah. So what have you been doing, dude? You've probably been up to a lot of shit. You're always up to a lot of shit.
I've been up to a fair things. And to be clear, some of the things that I have been up to that I put on this episode were things that I held back from episode, you know, past couple weeks that maybe would have ordinarily made it into the catching up sections, were it not, you know, intentionally designed to be a little curtailed. So these are 2 movies that I watched during the span of time where I was doing my homework for our episode 300, our 5 favorite directors. I watched 2 movies that were very much not in the camp of made by my favorite directors. But I think it was a Friday night, maybe a Saturday night, where I was just like, I just don't have the mental capacity for anything like serious or whatever. And I think Anna and I went back and forth on like watching a few different things. And at some point we just decided she'd never seen these movies before. Let's start the trilogy, the Austin Powers trilogy.
Fuck, I haven't seen yes, dude.
So we watched the first one.
That is a classic. It's a good one.
That's I believe it's International Man of Mystery is the first one, right? And it was one of those things.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, what I'll say is like, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it holds up better than I expected. I was worried, something like Ace Ventura's got some things about it
problematic stuff. Yeah,
a little iffy, and like Austin Powers, like obviously, kind of by design was like, he's intentionally a womanizer, a James Bond parody. So it's kind of already leaning into that by design. And I think that kind of helps a lot of it because it's not really like, I don't know, it's not doing it in a way that felt like gross. You know what I mean? Like it's doing it in a way that's like, yeah, like this is, intentionally kind of, lampooning the fact that, he is this way. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I think Anna enjoyed it too. I think we both had a lot of fun. I think it just scratched that right itch of I need the dumbest fucking thing possible right now for my brain. And yeah, it was good fun. We have not watched The Spy Who Shagged Me or Goldmember just yet, but it's in the cards.
That's a good one.
It's in the cards. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of some of my favorite gags. One of the all-time gags is the backing up, back and forth of the cart. When he gets it stuck is good fun. That's what it was. There was something. There's a gag where the security guard is about to get run over by no, yeah, stop. He's doing that for like a minute straight. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I remembered that clip, or someone like posted that clip online. And I showed it to Anna. I think that's literally what inspired. Like, why don't we just watch fucking Austin Powers? Like get the full context, the full appreciation for it.
His chest hair in the shape of a penis. It's good. Was the spaceship? Was that the Spy Who Shagged Me, or was that the Goldmember? Remember when they're all looking at the thing and they're all like, "That's a giant."
It's in one of the sequels. There is a spaceship in the first one, but I feel like that gag is in one of the sequels, if I recall correctly. To be fair, we're never going
bastard was in
for watching this, but anyway, yeah. Recommend Austin Powers. Want to watch the others. Directed by Jay Roach. So shout out to Jay Roach, man. Shouting him out. He made some Austin Powers shit, man. And then the other thing that we watched this on our wedding anniversary because we had big plans to watch it on our honeymoon. And that is Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Because we went to Bahamas for our honeymoon and we were ready to stream it, but I don't think Disney Plus was accessible there and it wasn't streaming anywhere else, so we had no way to actually watch it. So we never did, and then it took us, 3 years from when we had been married to be like, let's do it this time. So took a break from the, like I said, homework for the episode 300 and watched The Curse of the Black Pearl, which is probably the only good Pirates movie, and is in fact a good movie still, I would say. It's a lot of fun, swashbuckling adventure, fun cast, good villains, Johnny Depp before he went full Johnny Depp on all of us, and we kind of got tired of him Johnny Depping about, and other things that he may have been up to in his personal life. Pirates is good fun. I feel like it's kind of a similar thing where like, maybe we'll go back and watch the next few, which I'm expecting to be bad. My recollection is the rest are all quite bad, but I'm willing to revisit things. I am willing to revisit things and give things a second chance. It's been many years since I've watched any of them. So, and for Curse of the Black Pearl, that was probably the first time I had seen that in probably over 10 years.
That's the first one, right?
That's the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man,
cool.
You gonna make a movie based on a ride? It's a pretty good template for it. It was pretty good. But speaking of movies based on rides, we were inspired by our recent visit to Disney's Hollywood Studios and watched the television movie Tower of Terror, starring Steve Guttenberg and a young Kirsten Dunst, which was like a 90-minute TV special that we have the DVD of because it's actually on YouTube, but the DVD does look better, believe it or not. based on the ride. It doesn't have the Twilight Zone aspects of it because I think there was probably some rights issues. So it's just the Hollywood Tower Hotel and the 5 people are, trapped there in limbo. And so it's like a ghost sort of deal. It's a Disney TV movie. So quality wise, it's nothing special, but it was a lot of fun. And we did watch that on Halloween. I had a very long work week. I had a lot of court appearances and stuff. It was just long and taxing. And so Friday we had big plans to watch Dr. Sleep, which I think I talked about on the Tron episode. We didn't do that. The director's cut's 3 hours. We still haven't watched it. It's still on a list of things to do maybe this weekend. But we went with Tower of Terror because it was a 90-minute thing. And even then we still had to finish it on November 1st because I was just so wiped and exhausted, an hour into it. So I did some other spooky things. We did go catch Sinners in IMAX again on this past Sunday, which I guess the 2nd. It is just as good as it was when it came out back in March. It looks great on IMAX. The expanding stuff is really cool and fun. Anna is head over heels for that movie, and I'm not far behind. It's in the conversation for some of the best that we've seen this year, and we've only got a couple months and before we really have to start tallying our, favorites of the year. But I'm gonna be surprised if Sinners gets displaced.
Huh?
Yeah. On Mr. Bruce Brown's recommendation and some other thoughts I'd seen on the internet, I decided I would check out the pilot episode of It, Welcome to Derry. So I did that. And I think it is in some ways kind of just It. In TV format.
What is it?
What is it? It's it. What is it? It's it with, child actors who are not as compelling as the movie child actors. Some of the scares are a little bit different, like instead of a clown, let's do something else here. So it is very much It at the end of the day. But it does end in a way that I think maybe sets the stage for the TV show to separate itself from what the movies went for. It feels like it kind of very deliberately sets up a certain thing that makes it feel like comfort food, It sort of thing. And then it kind of breaks apart from that in a pretty big dramatic way that I think was kind of unexpected. I had seen some rumblings of it, so I wasn't totally caught off guard in the way that probably some people that went right into it were. But it left me intrigued enough to give it another episode or two before I, write it off as just another It thing that's just doing It things. I think it has potential to be a little bit something more certainly than the marketing materials led on, which again just made it look like What If It, but TV and maybe not as good. The scariest one of all, I think I made the similar joke last episode, Love is Blind. Finished it all. It's Love is Blind, and this season was a shit show spectacular. I think you probably got enough out of the reunion episode to surmise the same thing. I didn't really like pretty much anyone. I liked individuals, but every pairing was like off for one reason or another, and it felt like just break up. It's not going to work. But yeah, that's it for the TV side of things for me. So other miscellaneous things, since I feel like now I have this time and space, and I don't have a lot more just to tell people. I know I think we've cracked the 2-hour mark for this one. We will not crack 3 hours, I can assure you. But I figure this is a good space to just, chime in on other random shit that's not necessarily film and television, but it's, things I've been up to in my life. So the sports we've talked about, Florida, Georgia, Florida football. Yeah. Florida basketball's back. They did lose their opener to a pretty impressive looking Arizona team, but I think the basketball team's going to be just fine this year. Will they repeat as national champions? Hard to say, but I think they've got a lot of talent that could go a long way. The MLB playoffs were a disappointment. I thought Canada would bring us glorious victory, and they had so many opportunities to beat The Blue Jays had so many opportunities to beat the Dodgers, and they kind of fucked it. So the Dodgers have repeated as World Series champions. And I like some of the players on the Dodgers, but I just really wanted Canada to beat the United States. Don't ask why. Don't ask questions. Was not to be this year. Maybe next year. Flyers are doing okay. I don't know if you've been watching any Lightning or anything down your way. No hockey. It's hockey season, man. Everything's pretty much. I mean, NFL's good. Jaguars are 5-3. They're, I would say, a bad team, but they're definitely better than last year. So I'll take it. Maybe they'll sneak their way into the playoffs and promptly lose. It's better than winning 4 games the entire season and looking real bad. On the video game side of things, I've been trying to make a concerted effort to try to play some more games. I feel like, not to blame this podcast, but I do feel like it was eating up a lot of my time with our long log episodes, and I've kind of enjoyed. It's been quite refreshing to have sub 2 hour episodes to edit it, and makes it a lot. And it gives me more free time. Free time. It's great, like we're going to bed earlier, obviously, when we record, which is good. Great. We're not staying up till 1 a.m. and stuff, but, it's also just like I have time to do other things. So I'm still playing Pokemon Violet, which I had kind of dropped for a while as I was kind of distracted doing other things. Hadn't really touched too much stuff with games, and so I'm trying to get back into that and finish that up because I really want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2, which I got for my birthday and took it out of the package, but that's as far as I've gotten. Sorry to my brothers if they're listening because they got it for me. It's on the list. I started reading a book by the name of Project Hail Mary by Mr. Andy Weir. I'm like 3 or 4 chapters in. I'm very early on. I bought it when I was up in Vermont for our fall trip in October. And since I've gotten back, I haven't been good about giving myself time to read it. So my hope is, certainly if I finish it and we're doing a regular episode, that'll probably be like my big thing to talk about, since you and Enrique have now given, I think, extensive thoughts, about the book in past episodes. But I'm digging it so far, definitely enjoying it. And then music front, since we don't talk about music a lot, I'm going to shout out some newer albums from this year. Private Music by Deftones. I mean, obviously music's very subjective, and if you don't like this kind of music, then just ignore me.
No, you're just wrong.
But if you do like this sort of music,
right and wrong opinions.
Well, I mean, in some ways, yes. But Private Music by Deftones, I'd recommend. Might be it for full album recommendations. I think right now, that's probably the only one that's been in regular rotation. Life of a Showgirl. I listened to a few. I'm good on T Swiffles, to be quite honest. I just can't do it. I just don't find her music to be. The lyrics are just bad, and
not a big.
The production's fine.
Not the biggest fan of this album.
And then all the promo stuff around this album just really just didn't do anything for me. I just I
don't follow any of that.
I don't want to bring the not that enough people are listening to this to make a difference, but I don't need to bring the T Swizzle army upon us. I like a lot of her stuff. I've just been off her recent stuff. It just hasn't really caught me in the same way. I thought Charlie XCX's album, Brat, I thought was fucking banger after banger. And I'd love for that to be the case for Taylor Swift stuff, but it just isn't for me. If you like it, cool, man. Like what you like. Music to me is the most subjective thing. I mean, I think film and television, obviously there's a level of subjectivity. But, you can kind of weigh in and be like, this is crap, with certain things, with certain aspects, if nothing else, you know what I mean? Music, you can certainly criticize production quality and, lyrics and stuff like that. If you're trying to say something is bad or, you shouldn't like this thing. But I feel like just a lot of it is just does it make you feel good when you listen to it? Then who cares if it, if it's a little silly, totally. Or if the lyrics are a little cringy, like what you like. Stick to your guns. So my recommendations, or for that Deftones album.
Morgan Wallen. Fucking Morgan Wallen.
I stay away from Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Oh my!
Try not to listen to open racists if I can help it. But
fucking Morgan Wallen's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to country pretty much generally anyway.
But yeah, not bad. I like more folky country, but anyways.
And I'm not diametrically opposed to country in the way that I perhaps was as a youth when my parents listened to nothing but country, and it turned me into a rebellious teenager that wanted nothing to do with country. I can appreciate country to a certain extent, but there are definitely aspects of country that I cannot fucking stand. But I understand that there's variation, there is nuance within that genre, as there is with every genre. You know what I mean? So,
that's right. Subgenres and all that,
So yeah, I'll say that on the music front. I think that might be it for me, for everything I've got on this episode. So maybe it's not. Maybe we'll circle back. Did you make it to beer number 2?
I drank beer number 2.
And how was it?
It was good. It's all right.
It was your Iron Maiden beer, right?
It was less memorable than the Le Fin du Monde. Le Fin du Monde is where it is at.
Yeah, that's true. You started at a pretty high water mark. That's a tough act to follow. That's fair. I myself have switched to a Schlafly Pumpkin Ale, which is my favorite pumpkin beer, and I would highly recommend it for anyone seeking a pumpkin beer. Like with music, I mean, you like it or you're not in terms of pumpkin beers. I think that's a very specific taste that you either
the pumpkins
have or you don't have.
I'm not big on the pumpkins. Not big on the pumpkins.
I mean, if you don't really like pumpkin stuff, pumpkin beer's probably not going to convince you. But if you do like pumpkin stuff, Schlafly, and it's a nice 8%er. It sneaks up on you.
That's good.
All right, well, that's what I've got then. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, please spread the word. Yeah, I mean, what I'll say too is just as a debrief, a live on-air debrief. I think future versions of episodes like this may not be as jam-packed with headlines and trailers. We were doing a lot of catch-up, and even then I still tried to cut a lot. So we're going to tinker with this in the way that we've tinkered with, we are going to continue to tinker with the format of everything. So if you have particular feedback, I guess I'm sort of skipping ahead. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions, particularly about the style of this episode, whether you liked this sort of thing, I mean, I think that obviously it is in some ways checking things off of a list, but the hope is you get a conversation about Hamnet where it's just like, oh shit, does this spark something that we want to watch in the future? And I think we've always enjoyed doing this style of coverage. I think the problem has always just been doing the style of coverage for an hour and a half and then doing an hour of
that's
Tron,
just it.
And then doing an hour of Alien, and then doing a half hour of catching up, and then we're 3+ hours in and we're exhausted and drunk, and it's just not, it's not good for anyone by the end of it.
No.
So, yeah, but definitely if you think that there's ways that we can, continue to refine this, make this a little bit better, then we'd certainly value that input. I expected this episode to be a bit longer than the project-centric episodes, and we've lived up to that expectation. But I think
we should be able to shave this down though next time.
Yeah, we're refining it, but we're gonna welcome and value input. If any listeners have any input that they want to share. So if any listeners want to get early access to all of our regular episodes, maybe a bonus episode, we're still running out of time for the end of 2025, but we're going to do something. We're going to do something. I don't know what it is and when we're going to have time to record it, but God damn it, I'm committed. I think I've made a promise. It may be a 30-minute bonus episode just so I can say, sucker, I did something. We did something, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But either way, patreon.com/watchreviewrepeat is the venue to do that. $2 a month gets you a lot. Early access to all the regular episodes, which is less valuable now because there's probably going to be a shorter turnaround time with the shorter episodes, but at the same time, it is still probably going to be, it's going to give you a few days, ahead of anyone else listening to the episode. So if you really want to hear things as fast as humanly possible, short of being in this room with either one of us, that's the way to do it. And don't do that because that would be uncool, very uncool. Don't break in anyone's houses. If you're invited, maybe it's one thing, but all right. Our website is watchreviewrepeat.com. We are on Blue Sky at watchreviewrepeat.bsky.social. We're on Instagram at watchreviewrepeat. We're on Facebook, courtesy of one Mr. Zuckerberg, Mr. Lizardman Zuckerberg. Facebook.com/watchreviewrepeat, contributing to the destruction of society, unfortunately, in some ways. But we do post the videos of the episodes and stuff, so you can listen that way and get in contact with us there. That's really what it's there for. Maybe ignore most of the other crap that's suggested to you that's going to rot your fucking brain out of your head. But that's just one man's opinion, one man's advice. Take it or leave it. Our intro and outro track is Mechanolith by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. This kind of filled the gap of, hey, there's not much to cover right now, but that gap is about to, be over in a big, big way. We've got some big things coming out. Busy November, and I think most imminently Frankenstein. We missed it, the theatrical release, but let me tell you, it's dropping on Netflix in a couple days.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible!
And Predator: Badlands is also making its way to theaters same day, November 7th. So we've got two options. Obviously, one is stay at home and watch a thing on Netflix. The other one is go to a theater and watch it. Maybe it will make sense to do the Netflix one first, because that's a little, and give you a little bit more time if you want to cover Predator, if you want to check it out in theaters. The buzz seems to be good on it. I think it might be worth it. But obviously that's an ask. That's a conversation we have to have of whether you'll be able to find the time and fit that time in. So yeah, it might be Frankenstein. We might be due up for Frankenstein in a week. I feel like you're not going to want to wait too long to watch Frankenstein on Netflix if you can help it. So no, I don't think that's too big of an ask. So
I will watch that one. I will watch that one quick. As soon as
it's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's out. So
that might be the move. That might be the move, is talking some Frankenstein. I would like to check it out this weekend myself. So yeah, tentatively Frankenstein, maybe Predator. But TBD. We'll be back, switching back over to covering just the episodes and the format that we've established with Alien and Tron. So until then, this is where we part. This is where we part ways.
Well, take care now. Bye then.
Laters on the Menche.